Hello, everybody. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this game number 7 on the match between very strong grandmasters Hans Niemann and Awonder Liang. Tell us about the score, Akim. How they doing?
Welcome back, guys. The score is 3.5 to 2.5. Hans still maintains his 1 point lead after that very interesting, heartbreaking win that happened. We still have some draws, but Hans is playing with the white pieces today. So maybe we will have a result, and maybe he will just continue to draw the game and try to win the game or try to win the match with a 1 point lead. What do you think?
Oh, we both know that Hans is a fighter and he's here just for only winning, right? So no draws with white pieces, only try to beat his opponent right there on the chessboard. I don't know what's beside of chessboard, but on the chessboard for sure. Yeah, I just recognize that we cover every game which Hans play white.
With white, yes.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah, we seen like already 3 games, and Hans every single game played new opening. So he played E4, C4, D4 yesterday. So do you expect like Hans will play knight F3 today, or maybe he will repeat himself? Oh, really?
100%. I'm expecting it 100%. So maybe Awonder is expecting it 100%. So maybe we're gonna see another Italian game. Who knows?
Yeah, I think in Italian actually he has one of the worst his position. Just equal. But you were right about the second guest. He actually played the E4, and maybe he prepared some different line since the first game, because in the first game, as you remember, and chat I guess remember as well, that Awonder was prepared very, very good and equalized the game easily, and that was very soft game and draws. So let's see what's the line gonna happen today. E4, E5, and knight F3. Knight C6. Okay, we see blitzing again, right?
Yeah, blitzing again for sure. Awonder is definitely in Formula territory. And okay, who knows? Maybe Heinz will play the same variation that he played last and, check the game, fix it up a bit. The thing with Hans is he always tries to play for the win. If he messes up, then he'll settle with, we see something different today. Hans being Hans. So he plays E4, but he still played something different.
Already different. It's a bishop to B5, and that's a Ruy Lopez. A6, bishop to A4. Everything. It's of course the theory, and I don't know in which year first time they've been played. I think like thousands of years ago.
That's true. This line is very theoretical. Maybe he's gonna play it aggressive, maybe he's gonna play it slowly. But given what's happening in the match, I'm sure we're gonna see the slowest version of the Roy Lopez with all the ideas. D3, C3, knight D2, knight F1, all the ideas. Let's see.
Like anti-marshals, right? Like not a lot of marshal. It's a b5 d5, right? So
Yeah.
Or maybe he want to check some theoretical knowledge by Awonder, but I think Hans already understands it. Leon prepared very well, so
Yeah,
they
that's true.
both actually know theory quite good. D3 on the board, and which line we expect in here? I think B5, of course.
Yeah, Marshall will be pretty fun though. I mean, given what's happening in the match, Marshall would actually be the perfect choice of opening, but we're not seeing that.
Yes, white actually not goes through that line, which is in C3, right?
Yeah.
So C3 or Rook E1, one of them. I think these days, I already forget what Marshall is. Oh my god, it's not C3, it's 394.
I think
Okay.
Marshall.
I became old. I think this one.
D5. Yeah, the
But no,
idea
it's
is
not this position.
D5.
Wait, castle C3 D5. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god, guys. Don't write bad things in chat, please. Yeah. I don't play it. I don't play it. C3 castle. I'm playing. I played Rui Lopez, but very weird with some move of Queen E2. I guess it was 2007. I was playing a lot against Engine. That was a Chess Master 5000. The program. Yeah, and I was just facing it. I think it was we had like levels of there. It was 8's the strongest one, and I played level 5, which is was modern. I actually tried it like 2 years ago, and he beat me. So I was like, damn it, that's good. Yeah, it showed me actually a very interesting line on the Rui Lopez. I played with black, and it played Queen E2, and I played like a B5, Bishop B3, and that was something like a Bishop C5. Or I played Bishop B7, I guess. Then it was Castle. I played D6, and after A4, I played B4 and just blunder Queen C4.
Ouch!
Yeah, and I lost that game, and I never forget about it. So in the couple of months later, I play European Championship under 12, and I actually trapped my opponent at the same actual line.
Ooh,
he blundered like that, and I won a game. Yeah, so it's a interesting trap, but unfortunately these days it's doesn't work. First reason, it's D6 is not the main move, it's a castle main move.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
D6
Persons are
still a lot of players play that, but D6 is main move. Let's back to the position. So there was theoretical battle is there. It's C3, castle, H3, preventing the bishop to G4, and after bishop B7, rook E1 is a main move. Knight A5, bishop C2. You can see games being played by the Shankar against Dean Loren. That time when Dean Loren had 2800. C5 and knight B.
Good old days.
G2.
Yeah, I think today both players are gonna have so much time on their clock coming out of the opening. So we're gonna see some interesting long thinks from Hans again, because this is the Roy Lopez. I mean, I'm sure they both know it so deeply, but especially Awonder, I'm sure his opening prep, especially with E5, is very deep. So let's see, will be interesting.
So knight F1 is a main move, and I don't see any different games being played. So only knight F1, 40 games. 40 games we have, and knight F1. I'm watching now, it's a master database, not an online database. Like only strong players would play it here. And knight F1 is the top.
I think that will be played. No A4 weird moves, unless Hans prepares something. It's a match. I'm expecting some little deviations to happen, but I don't think it will happen here. I mean, he's already thinking. This is not usually a part where person starts to think, especially playing in the Roy Lopez. So let's see.
Yeah, I think he knows actually how to react here. Maybe he's thinking to mix in some lines. Like a4 is possible as well right here. But knight f1 is simple idea. So we just open the bishop and we want to transfer our knight to g3, and many games been played. And Firouzja Giri game. In 1974, Vogt Lothar against Tal Mikhail. We had a
Ooh,
game. Tal played
how?
with black. So it's not something new, right? So it's seen before. But for some
Mm.
reason, like I don't see it been played by some modern chess players. So in the zero games like Caruana or Magnus hasn't played. Okay, Magnus because he's not fan of the structure, I guess. For white, he's playing against white usually, but
Yeah.
others, um,
I've seen Magnus play this against White a lot.
yeah,
A
against
lot of.
white, yeah, but I don't remember if he played it with white.
Mm,
I really just okay. Magnus probably just preferred d4 instead of e4,
maybe.
but Hans,
Catalan. Man
Hans, I
is
thought
his.
you play more Italian, right? Than Rui Lopez, so he's like Italian fan.
Yeah, based on his style, definitely an Italian fan for sure. Is he still
But
thinking? Is he
in
thinking about?
2021, in the game which I play against him, Hans played Rui Lopez against me. I'm surprised that I played e5, because I'm not e5 player at all. But
Oh,
I played
play all the
e5,
time.
and unfortunately, yes. Then Hans played the Rui Lopez against me that time.
Mhm.
He's thinking, no, he not. No, he still thinks what's to do next. Maybe just focusing and try to check his knowledges and his head. Like, wait, do I know what's gonna be after knight f1, rook
Yeah,
e8? What's moved there? It's a knight g3, I guess. Then bishop f8. What's next? Maybe some processing like this right now in his head.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know.
'Cause he definitely knows it. He's just trying to choose if that's the line that he's gonna play.
What else
Maybe
is
he's
he
trying
can
to.
calculate? A4 maybe.
Yeah, A4 is definitely a move. Or maybe not
A4.
yet. A4 will definitely come, but maybe not yet. Let's see.
Or I think h6 maybe. Knight f1. Okay, this is probably better reduction of the line which we've seen before, because if you play rook of knight f1 right here, usually black will play rook e8, if h6. Then we have option knight to e3 instead of g3. And from
Hmm.
e3 cover the squares and somewhere break its center. d4 on the board. Wait, what?
Oh, what is this? Is this the
Okay,
preparation?
Hans already surprised us. I don't think so. That's actually a preparation. I don't know. Did that was any reaction on the Liang face?
Has
You
to
might
be.
seen it or no?
Has to be.
Like chat probably will say it to us if Awonder show its his emotions after d4 by Hans, which is the new. Oh, we can see it right now. Yeah, I like he's like, wait, like what's
Hmm.
going on right there, right?
Yeah,
So
Hans knows that Awanda will be very booked up in these E5 type of business. So he wants to deviate as quickly as possible. I believe it's prep though. I mean, he thought about it, so maybe not, but I strongly believe it's prep because you can't not know about Roy Lopez, which is so theoretical, and you're only 12 moves in.
yes, Wait, okay, let's try to figure it out why d4 is not that good. Because that was a 0 games. We actually transposed to some position, which it was 1 game in 2009, but which is black 1.
Mm.
So CD, CDED, knight b3, that's might be an idea. Otherwise, why
Oh,
do we play d4, right? With down the pawn. Okay, we are
yeah.
transposed to the other position again. Savchin could play against Aminov in 2022, we see the game. And right here, black can equalize with many, many ways. One of them is a rook e8, second one, knight b4, also rook to c8. So 3
Yeah, a lot
moves
of ways to equalize. But
equalizing the
knowing how,
positions.
yeah, maybe he wants to try to play positionally against the d6 pawn. I guess that's the try, but let's see. D6 pawn shouldn't be such a huge weakness when black has bishop here, and d5 should be able to come pretty soon.
Look at this position. Black just totally fine right here. Rooks on the
Mm.
open files. Bishops. Okay, one of them just defending, but second one is just perfect.
Yeah, no pieces that are too badly. If this happens, Awonder will be fine. But I guess
Actually,
Awander's huh?
yeah, it's gonna be just full of mess after Queen G3. It's very complicated. Well, I think it's gonna be very sharp now. It's Bishop G5, Rook to E4, and we have pin there, Rook D1, and we have 3 pins right now.
Mm.
And this is complications. So of course it's like 9 moves ahead, but it might happen. So move it back. Maybe black has easier way just with no calculation at all.
Yeah,
So for example, once again CD, maybe knight takes d4 or something. Knight d4, knight d4, ed, knight b3.
knight b3.
But I think it doesn't make that much sense for black. Because when I was taken with ed, that gives black opportunity to trade knight for bishop and
Yeah,
to
to
have
get the bishop here.
yes, which is much more sense, right? So also rook e8, some move like that you can play. Take knight e5 maybe.
That could be an option as well. That could be an option as well. But who do you think wants the complication here? Hans or Wanda?
I think they both okay with them. Very good calculating both of them. So um, I was always thinking like Hans more like strategies, like maneuvers player with calm pressing, like that way. But he is okay with some complications on the board as well.
Yeah,
So
very early
d4.
deviation.
I'm actually surprised that he played d4 because like a knight f1. So do not forget he's leading on the score, right? That's a match. And you can have the position when you have slight advantage. Like positions equal, but you are a little bit present, right? So knight
Mhm.
f1, then you just transfer your knight, then e4, and prepare d4. Instead, he just goes
Immediate for.
straight immediately. Yeah, just a d4. Like I don't care, and I don't scare. So let's
This
go.
is
Fight. I'm ready. All
yeah,
right.
it's I think he wants Awanda to start burning the time as early as possible in the game. So
Indeed.
we see CD, which is expected, that's
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna happen. We're not gonna see any weird pawn sacrifices. CD, and ED will
Yeah.
happen.
ED knight b3. That's what's gonna happen for sure. Okay, maybe not ED. Maybe he will think a little bit right here. But I think he will take ED. Okay, so
Let's see
for
what we
this
take.
second, he just holding that. Maybe he's rechecking everything. But looks like just he going to take ED.
Looks very natural. It's also the natural plans playing against or playing with black. Like once white goes d4, we just take everything on d4. That's how I learned to play against the right Lopez.
Yeah, just not allowed to play d5, right? So
Yeah.
because if you allowed to play d5, then your bishop will be terrible on e7. So that's why, of course, he took it on ed. I mean, guys, don't forget what level are we watching on, right? So this is the highest chess level. So they're not making mistakes like rook e8 or like, not repeat 3 times and try to win the game. They're not doing those mistakes. They so good at chess. Okay. Yeah. So ED on the board, and he wants to play. Hans will play knight b3. Obviously, it's only one move to take back a pawn. Okay. Also knight f1. Actually,
I mean, there's knight f1. I actually thought
knight
about
g3,
knight f1.
But I think it's more passive.
Passive.
Yeah,
I mean,
more passive.
given that the light squared bishop is on b7 and not c8, knight f1 to g3, trying to get to f5, it's something to think about.
Yeah, but it's the wave knight b3. It's more better, right? It will also come to f5.
And it still gets to f5, yeah.
But you want to jump from d4, so from g3 also, I guess, possible. That couldn't be 6 allowed. So I think it's just unnecessary way, and
holding on to the pawn, that would be interesting.
Knight b3 is just obvious continuation here, and I think Hans will play that. Okay, let's couple more lines here. What can black actually do if knight f1? One of them that was queen b6, and yeah, just hold the pawn. But I think black going to lose it still. But even this need to calculate.
g6. Usually not a good idea to push pawns on the side that your king is on.
Knight b3 already on the board, but you know which makes very hard to job to make a move knight f1. It's you have to calculate everything of that. After knight f1, you have to calculate queen b6, rook e8, rook c8, and then g6. It's just waste of time. So knight b3, it's very logical.
I mean,
and this on the board.
Yeah, it's on the board. Knight takes d4 coming next. Pawn on d6 is weak, but black has enough compensation. Too many active pieces. All black's pieces are doing something. Bishop on e7 eventually will find its place in the game. Usually in these types of position, if black manages to play a very well-timed d5, then things should be great for him.
About d5, I'm not sure. If you play d5, allow c5, actually you will block bishop on b7.
The bishop on b7. It has to time it.
So you're gonna open one bishop and block second one. Could be nice to trade one more piece, and then maybe yeah. So I think Awonder will think now about knight to b4 to trade knight for bishop. If knight b4, bishop b1, for example, then we can play d3 and knight c2. So we're gonna be the same same plan of trading. What else white can do right here is to just try to play. Actually, it's on the board. Knight b4.
Ooh, very.
Yeah, Awonder already played this.
I
mean, this makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So
I think it's just
trade.
Not sure how quickly the first game went in the negative. But so maybe this is the first game that went in the negative this quickly. Because I'm assuming the first
First
game
one
was
was
very
equal, I guess. First
yeah, the
one was
first one
equal.
was very equal.
At yesterday, Hans was messed it up with knight d1, and then king h2 was totally blunder g5, which is a wonder in critical moment
Yeah.
didn't find it. But it's still equal. It's not like a negative. We can say that's equal. So it's zeros.
Yeah, no, it's just zeros. No, it's just
Yeah, just
zeros.
zeros, but it's not zeros when it's rook against rook, right? So here it's still a lot of the game on the board, and
A
I
lot
think
of
he
check
will take.
to be played.
Yeah, I think he will gonna take on d4 and will use as a late pawn if it's the right word. I hope so. On d6, and then so he's gonna be down to bishop's advantage, but still some press with knights will try to create. Usually it's not enough for get advantage for white, so black will just stabilize it with control files with his rooks, like a c8
Yeah.
and the
Too,
e8,
too
move the
active.
bishop to f8. Yes, a lot of activities. Also, black didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, so they not make a mistake, they not lose a tempo, so just everything was perfect
Yeah.
before. So
So far, we could say both sides. Well, I mean, black, especially black, is playing with very high accuracy, 99 point something, or even 100 if I'm not wrong.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So Hans is thinking and probably of two moves. It's one of them, bishop b1, obviously, to not allow take it immediately, and calculating d3 stuff like this, and he think, is it better for me to have this one or no? And just to have a bishop a5 or knight a5
Mm,
ideas. So I think that's one of the way which is Grandmaster Hans Niemann is thinking. Other way, it's obvious continuation knight f to d4, not the knight b to d4, because after takes, this knight doesn't do that much. Knight from b3 control the a5 square, which is more
mm.
important for white, and also c5. So these two squares will allow to some ideas like a bishop d2. But knight on f3 doesn't do anything. So from
Yeah.
b3, much more sense than have it on f3. Okay, how many of you chatters will actually spawn with knight b instead of f?
Yeah,
Let me know,
very
chat.
small detail. Very small detail, but it's very important. You know, especially at the 2700 level to spot these small details. 100% Hans knows that he will not have that light squared bishop. As you mentioned, he's just trying to think about what's the best way to give up the bishop for the knight. Do I pull back to b1 and allow d3, or do I take on d4 and allow knight c2 right now?
Have comments. If I had this position, I would hand my queen. Okay. Yeah. So maybe queen takes d4 and just blunder royal fork, or how it's called, just a fork. Royal
Never
fork is
see.
a king, queen, and rook, right?
Yeah, it's the
Um,
king and all the heavy
king.
pieces.
Okay. Okay, then just a fork. Um. So Niemann's still thinking, as I already said before, as we said, that's two moves here, which is needs to check. It's a bishop b1, knight f to d4. But when you're checking, you have to also try to evaluate the moves, right? Which one is better? It's a knight d4 or bishop b1. So that's what he probably doing this right now.
Mm.
Calculating. Also, you can't just calculate in two moves ahead. You have to like 7, 8 moves deeper.
Yeah,
Okay,
look like
knight
he made his
f
move.
d4.
Nice.
Not surprised us. we expect that, and knight c2 I think is gonna happen right now.
Awonder will
And queen
probably
c2.
do quickly. Rook c8.
Also, I think rook c8 will play very fast. So knight c2 already on the board. Queen c2 gonna happen in a millisecond, and he took it. And rook to c8 I'm expecting from Awonder. It's just the most logical right here move with tempo, control the open file. So rook c8.
And getting all pieces active as quickly as possible. We have a question for you in the chat board, Nick. Are you planning on heading for 2700 FIDE anytime soon?
In classical, no. I don't play classical chess anymore, only freestyle. Just don't have that patience to play that long time control anymore. Yeah, no, that's really hard. I mean, to play 2 rounds. So these days we have open tournaments when you have to play 2 games and you're playing very long time control, and I don't see it like reasonable for me. So no, I prefer more just sitting, chilling online to play Blitz and rapid tournaments. If freestyle, that was very good experience in Granke to play. I was really happy to be in there and just play best players, and I did very well. My worst game was against Hans.
Oh,
yeah. That was just the worst one. I just played so badly at that game. Also, he just found all best moves. So, rook c8. His rook attacking the queen, and as we expected, all of this line I already showed it to you guys, and that's rook e8 now move. And let me show it once again. So rook e8, knight f5, bishop f8. Rook e8 already on the board. Yeah, bishop f8. Ooh. Here is a queen to g3 and g6.
Oh, we saw that.
And rook e4. Yeah, I already did that's line what I showed before, and that's might happen. So you remember I said, oh, that's a 9 moves ahead, so maybe it will not happen. But we actually go through that, so who knows? In freestyle, there is no requirement for preparation. That's one of the reasons which I like to play freestyle, because I don't want to say I'm just lazy to learn the openings, but that's one of the reasons. Yeah. The second, it's really need to have a team to just follow all of this new novelty.
Yeah.
They just checking everything, analyzing, and now any 2000 knows openings better than I do. So
true.
So you have to, from the opening, go to the worst position to have a chance to win a game.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
fun.
Especially when you're playing against a low-rated player who's just so booked up in the opening, and then you don't want to just play for the draw. So even you have to choose some inferior move, knowing that it's an inferior move, trying to get them out of theory. It'll be painful.
Yeah. How is yours opening knowledges? So you're one of that 2000 who knows everything.
I know some stuff. For example, one of my favorite lines to play is the Blumenfeld attack in the Scotch, especially in Blitz games. I like playing that. I also like playing against the Sicilian Nadorf with the white pieces, so those lines I have some really good knowledge.
Bishop d2 on the board instead of which I show it to knight f5 also makes sense, as we said it before and show it to chat, right? That's an idea of it's put bishop on a5 and control d8 squared, then double, not double, just develop rook on the d1 control e1 and try to make press on the d6. But good for black, they just on time has a move queen to e7. Why e7 instead of d7? Because this is square for our knight, for black's knight, which will jump to d7 after move f3, which you have to support the pawn on e4, which was under attack, and knight will go to d7 with there's two amazing squares which is gonna attack a queen, and after move like a knight f5, black will have a choice like a queen e6 or queen f6, and this position looks promising actually for black. They have still
Yeah, it
two
looks
bishops, and finally we will have this idea to play d5 and open the second one bishop. So we'll see if all of that gonna happen on the board, but bishop f8 already on the board.
Simple move rook to d1. It's very important to get all pieces in the game.
So also the pawn on e4 is under attack right now. So white needs to be careful with their decisions right now. So maybe it's f3 immediately, which looks so bad in my eyes. Those squares and the knight to d7 now, which is
too many dots for weaknesses.
e5 allowed in the one move to play queen f6. Remember when I showed bishop a5, we play queen e7 first, right? So we just like lose a tempo. At f3, it's like a lost tempo. So best move right now, of course, is bishop a5 and then f3. Let's see if this is gonna happen on the board. I think yes. That's not hard to understand, and we do not remember players, 2,700 players, so they have their ratings for a reason.
They do.
That's not the chess.com rating. When you can farm like when you're 3,400, you can farm 2,800. No, classical chess works different.
Very different. But to be forced to play a move like f3 when you already played h3.
Yeah, you don't want to really play that, but no choice, yeah.
No choice, yeah. Is there any chance we'll see bishop a5 knight d2 though? Is that possible in any way?
You said knight h5?
No, bishop a5.
Bishop a5, queen e7, knight d2. Okay, I got it. I don't know why I heard knight h5. That's from some different university, probably. I heard. Okay, bishop a5, queen e7, and knight d2 in this position.
But it still blunders the pawn?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, need to learn to count, right?
Yeah, me as well. Me as well. Okay, that's still losing the pawn. I mean, even if it would not lose the pawn, I think knight on d2 doesn't look like it's a perfect spot for the knight. Bishop a5, by the way, on the board, and Awonder will play queen e7 fast. I want to say that both players looks like even strength, so they like same level. I can say that they both very good, and that's if Awonder would win second game, yeah, they must be a equal score. Hans had good game third. Before he played at bishop c5, rook c4, he was just clearly better. So, like, deserved to win that game, but not in the final position. But before of that, of course, yeah, yes. So match looks equal.
Yeah, bishop a5 on board. Queen e7 will happen.
Yeah.
Then
f7. Of course, not d7. Just on d7, no squares. It must be on e7, which is attacking the pawn on e4. I look at the face of Hans. He doesn't like his position. I guess my bet is he doesn't like his position. I don't know. I just have feelings like he's a little bit upset of that. Like something going in the wrong direction. On e4 is pending now.
Yeah.
Like f3 must be played. Like d7.
What was he expecting d4 that early?
I mean, that's probably how the job surprised us, right? Commentators. He does it all the time. They both actually. Sometimes we can guess their moves. F3, I think Hans will play.
Knight F5, maybe?
Knight F5, I think Queen E6, and then F3 might be something here. Like even maybe just insane sacrifice.
Ooh.
And we 2 pawns against 2 knights. Actually, 2 knights is not the best tandem to have 2 pieces against a rook. So usually it's good for rook. See if trade bishops, it's just might be bad. Actually, it's very interesting line. But of course, they don't have to take. Can I just play d5? Oh, missed e5.
Ooh. That would be good for white positionally.
Yeah, that's very good. Actually, it's a dream to have it.
Hans dream, especially with Hans playing style.
Maybe g6 and just bishop h6. 93. Okay, bishop h6 too slow, I guess. And maybe d5 right now. It's no e5 anymore. And
Once d5 happens,
take. If take, then take just... Okay, this is just worst endgame for white, with no risk at all for black. 2 bishops against knight and bishop.
Not trading the queens. Very ambitious. Black is fine.
So I still think f3 is better than knight f5, right? So with some playing in there, kind of like you will have an option to play knight f5 wherever you want. Yeah, so f3 on the board.
Yeah,
So
f3 was
force yourself to jump in there.
And maybe we'll see knight d7 idea. Maybe we'll actually see the knight d7 idea.
Knight d7, I think I will play, yeah. Also g6, maybe.
G6. Yeah, g6 to prevent knight f5.
Yeah,
always
like
g6.
Like just develop
bishop. Then the bishop gets to join the board.
I don't think h6 because of actual bishop d2 always have. White has a bishop d2, so bishop h6 not an option. But black preferred to somehow play d5 instead of g6. Just this diagonal gonna be more better for black than that one. So I think knight d7 just a perfect move right now. But still a lot of to calculate. Knight f5, and second maybe knight will jump in there. So remember, we was always talking about the critical moments on the game, and I think it's one of them.
Oh, really? You think we're already in a critical position?
Yes, because as many options black has.
Queen
and all of that moves had different plan. That means you're actually on the critical moment. So you have to decide in which way and which direction you will continue to play. So if he choose the queen e5, control
some dark squares attack.
Yeah, and then maybe like knight somewhere.
Yeah, first move that pops out when I see queen e5 is bishop c3, but apparently the computer is not thinking about bishop c3 at all.
I think it's because of d5. So all of this will we're gonna meet it with queen g3. So white doesn't have good jump. So bishop c3, not an option. Also d5, that's what actually black wants to play, not the queen g3. d5 and only d5. So if a3, then d5, ed, and even take. So queen e5 actually a lot of sense in this move, I see.
Oh, yeah, it supports d5. Definitely supports d5.
Yeah, block at e5. Yeah.
and we're seeing some chattering in the chat. So Endgame.ai, it is Hans is definitely affiliated with that company. It's an app and a site for the people. A lot of Blitz and Bullet tournament has been hosted on it already, so you guys could definitely download Endgame.ai and test out the platform. And this is not necessarily a tournament; it's only a match where both players are playing a set amount of games, something like the World Championship, but it's not a World Championship.
Yeah, I haven't tried yet the website. They invite me a couple times to play tournament. I just didn't have time. But there's huge prizes there: $2,000 prize fund and 1,000 for the first. It's actually a very good online chess tournament. I went to play yesterday, but I didn't know the schedule, and I was sure it's like started 9:30, but it would be started 6:30, like 3 hours earlier, and I was kind of a little bit upset. I want to play first time in Bullet. So if moderators of the Hans channel, you're watching right now, of course you're watching that. You can just contact me again and send me, I don't know, schedule something I will think to play. Also, here's problems of streaming because surprisingly not good internet I have on the hotel. I rechecked that many times and it was like 9.5 of 10 Wi-Fi, but I have a speed like 4 megabits only. Everywhere in the USA, it's minimum like 40 or 50. But here in the 5 stars hotel, I have 4 megabits, and I can just stream. So I'm using my roaming right now.
Oh, whoa!
Just to contact, and that's how I'm right now commenting that. So I just using my roaming. So and my roaming speed is actually 200 megabits. So
Wow!
yeah, and like what the
Wow.
hell is this? So that's kind of crazy stuff. Hans is thinking it's a lot of right now to think about. One of critical ideas is a d5 for black, so white somehow has to prevent that.
Yeah, and Hans is using up his time, but it's now kind of natural to us. Like I do not think I think he's fine because he's been doing it a lot, and no repercussions, no time where I could see, like, even when his time goes very low, it doesn't, at least he doesn't show it on his face or on his emotion or his body language that he's pressured by the time. So Hans using up the time is fine. Awonder using up the time, that's where things becomes a problem.
Yeah, they actually professionals of not showing emotions. I'm definitely not one of them. So yeah, even when they in time scramble, they hold themselves very good. Especially Hans. We could see that someone are actually blundered in time pressure in the first steps.
Yeah.
But also the guy has 2700 in the reason, and who beat Hikaru in the rapid tournament. I mean, a tournament match, and show himself very good in Blitz as well. So 2-2. So but before of that, he needs to westfall his time, and he had 54 minutes on the clock and good position. So with black,
He's
he
doing
already
great.
equalized.
He's
It's
doing great.
for sure, and he is looking forward to just get some advantage. I think. I don't think Hans is happy with what he has right now on the
Nah,
board.
definitely not. All
Dark
is
squares
needed
is
for
weak.
us. Very weak on the dark scores. Like most of the, like, let's say all. Let's just say all. I mean, except the B2 pawns are on light squares. So the moment black activate that dark squared bishops, there will be havoc.
I already showed the bishop c3 before. Let's remind one more time. That's a d5 move. So bishop c3. That's why it's not that good, because knight just doesn't have a good spot where it can jump. So knight b5, just a queen to g3, and if knight d4 back, even d takes e4, that's a pin, and
Ooh.
black's winning right now. So so bishop c3 is kind of like a wasting time. So white should somehow preventing the move at d5, and maybe it's a queen to d2 move, which is interesting. So what white wants is just after d5 has the opportunity to push pawns. So f4, queen somewhere like h5, for example, then e5, attacking the knight, knight jump into e4, attacks the queen, queen e2, and queen to g6. This some might happen on the board. Actually, very high chances this might happen.
Yeah, I mean, black is still doing fine. Deactivated the dark squared bishop to activate deactivated the light squared bishop to activate the dark squared bishop.
Yes, could be nice somehow actually trade it, yeah, or move it somehow. So maybe f6 or rook c4 and bishop c8. So when we are playing a game, we are checking which pieces we can improve. And definitely right now it's the bishop on b7. So next move I think is going to be rook to c4. We are kind of like pinning our rook to the knight on d4, looking in there and wants to play bishop c8, attacks there. So black everywhere is fine. So only I think black now playing.
And Hans has to be super careful here. One slight mistake, it's in the negative. Plus, the position is not the easiest to play because black is the one with the bishop here.
Probably best continuation for white. It's a bishop to b4. And if d5, then take king f8, I guess. Take. But even here, doesn't look like black has any problems. But that's already better than we could see it before. So one thing which I don't like for white, it's a king is kind of weak. But we don't have, black doesn't have a dark square bishop on the board. So maybe it's enough for just hold it. Probably enough. What else after bishop b4? It's maybe queen g5 or knight h5 to just transfer knight. Maybe bishop b7, bishop g5. Also g6, some move like g6.
Yeah. And as you guys could see, most of these moves, if not all of them, is geared towards targeting white's dark squares because of the pawns on the light squares.
Is there another game after this? Yeah, they play 2 games a day. Time control 60 minutes plus 30 seconds. And 2 games a day, 12 games they're going to play, and this game number 7, so still some games Awonder has to just strike back. Yeah, so don't forget that Awonder is behind on the score.
Yeah, he's behind by a point.
Yeah. And if he wants to, still you need to win a game, you know. So yeah, you can be close, too close, but you have to win. I mean, who cares you was winning? Nobody cares you was winning.
Yeah, you'll never hear.
You won.
Yeah, you'll never hear I was winning. It's who won the game.
No, but yeah. Oh wait, I don't like this move.
Well, it's the idea that you spoke about where.
Oh, he played bishop d2. Yeah.
I think he's trying to meet d5 with f4, but d5, f4, de4. Yeah, he's trying to meet d5 with f4. So you basically spoke about trying to defend the f4 square. You know, defending the dark squares is also an option. Maybe knight a5, but I don't think knight a5 is a move.
What's he gonna do if knight h5? That's my point. I don't like the bishop d2 because I don't see what to do against knight h5. Maybe that's a move. I mean, we don't play a game. That's good. Okay. Poo.
Maybe some passive looking. Nah.
Knight
Yeah, I
f5 or
mean,
something? Like because of knight on h5, knight f5, bishop c3, or... Oi. Dark squares.
too many dark square weaknesses here. It's only a
Okay,
point.
makes sense a4. A4 make a lot of sense
Oh,
because
final
I
pin
want to
A4.
pin... No, actually it doesn't work. Okay, my idea was just pin it, but it doesn't work.
Oh, wait.
Because
Oh, dark squares. Don't forget
I
about the dark
just
squares.
lost.
If the dark squares are too weak, and if that dark square bishop joined the game, then it's over. I mean, Awonder definitely had his chances. You know, he's gotten positions with very high advantage. So we can't say this is the game that Awonder is going to win. But let's see.
The
The more
question why it's queen d2 looks better than bishop d2 after knight h5. When queen on d2, queen defend pawn on b2 allows knight e2 and control dark squares with a knight and also bishop c3 right there. So the pieces works much better together when bishop on a5 and knight on e2 and everything. It does some work, okay? But when
yeah, it's more
bishop on d2
coordinated.
knight h5, yeah, they not coordinator. So the pawn is still weak. If you just go knight e2, this pawn gonna be a problem. And if you will play bishop c3 next, you will spend another tempo because you already played bishop d2. That's why my first feeling is like, oh damn, I don't like this move. But maybe just move by move is good. Okay, Hans spent some time. He just not just played it immediately, right? Blunder something.
Yeah.
He thought like how many minutes? 8? He spent something like that, right? So there was not just a rush move. Yeah, he
you
saw
had
something. First, what he calculated, of course, there was a d5. I mean, I'm told you guys what actually GM thinking during the game, because if I played, I will think first g5, then after e5, knight e4. I will stop calculating after this because I was sure no way I'm worst. Why I will think that? Because this bishop is bad right now. It's delayed the pawn on the d5. This pawn is very good, and I will have knight a5 anyway. So also maybe I even stop in this position to calculate. So
I wouldn't feel too comfortable with the knight on e4 though, to be honest.
Yeah, but knight on e4 like doesn't do that much. Like it's looks good, but not a knight h5 on the board, by the way.
Oof.
It's like knight on e4 just scary you because it's stay good, but not a threat in anything.
A4.
It's a paper
It's Roy Lopez.
dragon.
A4 has to eventually happen.
Let's see if actually Grandmaster Hans prepares something against knight h5. I think yes. I mean, when you play the bishop d2 and calculate bishop d2, you must calculate knight h5 because this move is too obvious just not to see.
Queen e3. Anything to try f4.
You said queen e3?
Yeah.
d5.
Well, there was that game that ended in a draw. I think it was yesterday where it was an endgame. Awonder had the bishop, so I'm assuming Hans is used to this by now. But Hans was able to centralize his knight in such a way where the knight was, I think it was slightly better than the bishop, or at least equal. In a position like this where there's just no pawns in the center of the board, centralizing the knight becomes way harder than usual. So black will be better in these types of scenarios.
Yeah, 2 bishops in the open position is very good. Remember in the game, which Hans won. Actually, he had 2 bishops advantage, and they no pawns, and even Hans sacrificed the pawn h, and it was enough compensation. So it's going to be the same right here, but with h pawn actually. So black will have 2 bishops advantage and also pawn on h. So queen e3 doesn't seems like enough. It's very uncomfortable position. I'm not saying this losing, just uncomfortable. Chat's still asking, what the tournament is this? What the tournament is this? Why they playing every day? It's not tournament, that's match, guys. Match. They play in match. Tournament. It's a world championship. Okay. Maybe in future. Who knows?
What is this?
Queen f1. Okay, this one of the moves which is definitely both of us have not calculate at all.
Yeah, it's the same idea, f4. He needs f4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hans keeps surprising us.
Yeah, I want that to be precise. He is being precise.
Yeah. Which move we're gonna play? I think knight f4. I mean, we played h5 for a reason.
Is g5 even
g5? Ooh, interesting. Just to stop it. I prefer not to play it than play it, just because it makes weaker the king and also potential weakness on g5. And also we can't play knight f4 right now, so nobody's stopping us. But your point is to prevent f4 and has a d5, but looks, in my eyes, a little bit danger. That's some idea, of course, we have, right? So d5. But I think between moves knight f4 and g5, knight f4 just better. Because you are not making weakness, right? So you just blocking the same king side, but we spawn on g7 and next d5. So if d5 right now, then again f4, and that's a dream, just a dream.
That would be the dream.
But knight f4, if g3, then this one, no way, it's good.
Too many pawns being put.
Like with this bishop, has just lost.
It looks, it's lost. It looks like something that could easily happen in Blitz though. Like, okay, let's just take on e6. Let's not lose the e pawn, but e pawn will be lost. And also, there's a rule when defending: we don't try to push pawns when defending, especially on our king side.
What about here, d5? I guess it's g3, knight e6, and then f4, queen c7, e5. Even this one actually good for black, I believe. We just trade one pair of. But also, I think that's what white be happy to have, even with down that pawn because of bishop on b7. So wait, he played queen f6.
What's the idea there, though?
d5.
Oh, there's just it's just one idea.
Yeah.
Black is the whole idea here, guys. Black wants d5, white wants f4. That's just the whole idea that we're seeing in this game. And if either side manages to do it, then either side would be okay.
I don't know why black didn't play knight f4. I mean, what he didn't like there. I think knight f4 was just better. But okay, he decided like queen f6 is easier way and simple chess, like d5 idea. Hans once again need to think how to prevent it. d5 and maybe bishop c3 right now. And if d5, then some crazy move like an e5. Actually, e5 is just one move we should not lose it.
Oh.
Holy moly.
That is very interesting.
92, rook takes c3. Wow. Actually, I like it for black. Oh, I
Oh, you
like
do?
this. Yeah.
Yeah, the pieces are just so active. I mean,
We have a pawn
I'd
for
squared bishop,
exchange. But look at this
debatable.
king. Damn.
And is already burning the time, even though
Knight
we'll
c3 on the
not.
board. Might happen. Might happen. Knight c3
Oh.
on the board.
Okay, the thing is though, how much time will he think about playing d5? Like, just the whole idea of the bishop is on the same line as the queen. He is threatening to move his knight out the way. I do not want to play d5 and allow knight takes b5, especially in an OTB game. If I'm playing an OTB game, just naturally, I would be thinking about moving my queen out the way. So queen to g5 or queen to g6 is probably will happen.
Yeah, queen g5 made a lot of sense. Just remove it from the attack. Potential attack, right? It's X-ray right now looking on the queen, and we don't like to stand on X-rays, especially when it's a queen. Maybe knight jump somewhere. Now it's a jump on b5, obviously. Just take a pawn. So makes sense to play queen g6. I like it. It's give us time, like checking what white going to do next. And I think best decision of the queen g6 is just move it back, bishop d2. So it's good, even if you want to play something else, it's good just check your opponent. Will he fund it or no? So
that
queen
makes
g6,
sense.
Queen g6 is good. And you know what make more sense? It's just decline repetition in this position.
In this position. In this position. As he has a track record. He definitely has a track record.
So queen g6, why not queen g5? Queen g5, just always knight e2 f4. I mean, always f4 will be with attack. So that's why why we want to play queen g6, black, and then looking forward for some move like a d5. Or maybe Awonder will just push all in and just play d5 and sacrifice exchange.
If Awonder plays d5, Hans will
Wait, can I play this one?
At least 10 minutes. I'm sure.
Bishop d6. If bishop e5, then queen e5.
Ooh, scary, scary, very scary.
Does black actually threat anything? Like queen h2, king f2.
Looks scary, but maybe it's not. Knight on b3 is doing something now. Yeah.
Very interesting position, and I think it's one of the moments when very important to find some great continuation, like a queen g6 or d5 or queen g5. Definitely black is better. Okay, we can say slightly better, but only black can play here.
Or one could say it's drawn in the negative.
Yeah.
That's how I like to say it.
Yeah.
Or equal. Always saying drawn, equal.
I still think it's black's better a little bit. Even Engine said, okay, it said like minus 0.2. Okay, but so queen g6 or d5, right? That's two moves which we think is might happen. I don't think queen g5, but who knows? Who knows?
I mean, he's definitely thinking about d5, maybe. Especially since he's trying to play for the win, but just naturally, I mean, bishop is on the same line as the queen. Just move the queen out the way. I mean, d5 will come. I think queen g6 still threatens d5, so d5 will come.
Yeah, queen g6, like more professional move. So you're just waiting. What's your opponent gonna do and just checking. Yeah, queen g6 on the board.
Okay.
High level. Just
Very high level
very
chess.
high level. Yeah. Too professional. I like it. Now Hans has very hard task to find out just what to do next. And also bishop d2's back is not it's not that easy to play because you war on d2 and you play bishop c3. Now
Yeah, bishop d2 is not an easy move to play. And if Awonder sees bishop d2, then it will at least give him the confirmation that he's better, even though maybe he knows, but it will give him the confirmation that he's better. And it will be a chance for him to revive himself from declining that first draw. You know, he would know that, okay, not declining this draw makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So if it's a black move, be it right here, I think they want to play d5. Or maybe some move like f6 d5, because actually d5 e5, no?
F6. Never play F6.
I heard that. Heard that before, yeah. But in this case, I think so. What we want to do is just open the bishop, right? It's only one piece.
Yeah, that would be the dream.
So knight e2. Oh my god, this move looks so bad.
Wait, knight e2 on the board?
It looks so bad.
Oh my god!
It just feels like it's so wrong. So d5.
What's
obviously.
The idea, though? Oh, that's the idea. Okay.
Oh.
We have seen Awonder. I mean, there's queen f2 easily, though. I mean, it doesn't seem to.
Okay, that's one of the moves, as I said, looks so bad.
The position that you just showed, I think maybe on sight and he thinks queen f2 and he's fine.
That's why Awonder has to play d5. Must play d5. So of course it's an e5 only. But do I even know some sick move like a5? No way Black will play. I mean, Engine best recommendation is a5, but a5, damn it, to play a5, I don't know who needs to be. Oh, wait! Oh my god, I got it. Why? I can take, I guess. I just can't take. Just lost a spot. Like this one. And
there's no. Yeah. Queen f2.
I also take some. Just before.
Bishop d4.
Oh, knight f4.
Ah! Ouch!
You know, it's a lot of ideas. Even rook c3, queen b6 double attack. Just everything.
Okay.
Here, just everything's winning. I mean, knight b3 just before. Bishop d4, knight g3. So
Awonder has a chance. If the thing is, if he finds a5, he sees the complete idea, and it would surprise Hans so much, especially since he's already thinking. He would burn some time for sure.
Played d5. He played d5. Okay, this is probably the closest winning chance, I wonder. Oh, no, wait. He has second game completely winning.
Yeah, second game was just e6 for K1.
Yeah, that was completely winning. But after that, yeah. We can see actually that's Hans surprisingly had some problems with white color in some games. b4, not a5, but b4.
b4 on board?
Yeah, before and after bishop d4, he probably wants to play a5
I
or
know
f6.
exactly. I know exactly what Awonder's coach, like I know the entire speech, what Awonder's coach is going to be saying to him. I know the entire speech, everything. Because there's critical moments in the game. Looks like he's missing the critical moments. He's missing I mean, he's still better though. He's still better, but now he has to find a5. And okay, what's even the idea? How will a5 be considered? Just to a5 makes sense. Let's sacrifice the pawn, force the opponent's knight on the edge of the board, so that way our light squared bishop is able to be activated on a6, pin the knight on e2, threatens knight f4 to h3, threatens knight g3. Shouldn't be a bad idea, but it's just a matter of considering it or seeing it, just the idea, because sometimes naturally you don't even think about a5. It's like, okay, we're just not gonna put a piece on that square because it's guarded, but let's see.
Yeah, you're right. That's I wonder missing sometimes the critical moments. He saw the plan before a5 on the board, by the way, but he just didn't recognize that a5 before a b4 could be better. But
Yeah.
still, black much better position right now, and bishop on a6 incoming. Anyway, what one difference is between b4 and a5 is after a5, f4, black could play d4 and open the bishop from this diagonal, and then some crazy move a4. But again, we're not engines, right? So
Yeah,
it's
we're
very
not
easy
angry.
to just set it when you see a well bar and you have analyzed the move. But this, it's pretty hard over the board. What he
Yeah,
played before, it's much more sense because after bishop d4, a5, I want to just play bishop a6, rook c2. So if take knight a5, it's just lost because of this one, and queen f2 doesn't work. One more time, let's show to chat why it doesn't work because of knight f4. That's a fork for fork, right? So fork
yeah.
and fork. So and we
Black
wins the
just,
queen step. If queen e2, then all even rook c2 include the
oh
rook to
my
negate.
god. Black just has no
So
bad pieces. He
and
just has no
that's
bad
it.
pieces.
And that's a problem of f3 and h3, right?
Yeah,
So
don't push
open
pawns on the side that
everything.
your king is on, guys.
So what actually to do right now for white? Han's in big trouble right now. Um,
Will he abandon his f4? I think queen to f2 makes the most sense, though. It's like, I would just naturally just play queen to f2 here.
but queen f2 is you always allow this idea, take knight f4.
Yeah, but at least I didn't. I just don't want the queen on f1.
f4 he played.
Oh,
f4
okay.
and
He's a
queen
GM.
f3. Wait, that's idea.
Makes more
Play queen
sense. Ah,
f3.
he's a GM.
Yeah.
He's a GM. So bishop f6, queen f3. Okay, makes sense.
So if a4, then knight c1. Oh, this looks so bad.
Oh, it
Looks
does look.
just ugly.
Black has no
But
bad pieces, guys. Black has no bad pieces.
I have some f5. The position looks terrible, but still not clearly winning for black, right? So black is
Oh,
better, and only black's playing here. We all understand that, and I'm pretty sure that Hans also understand that, but needs to carefully choose moves as well. I think Awonder just played in some moments just too fast when he
yeah,
needs to think a
definitely.
little bit.
Definitely.
The moments when he needs to think, he just playing fast.
Okay, f5 is also a threat here, so
And 5 queen g5 now.
yeah, I mean, makes
I don't.
sense.
Maybe f5 not a threat at all. Like he wants just support queen f3 and hold and pray. Like please do not win somehow there.
Mhm.
I think that's gonna happen on the board.
Yeah, this looks, if this happens, then the amount of time Hans is gonna have to think for as well.
Oh
It's,
g4.
it's
Wait.
G4, G4, F5. Immediate F5 here. Because no,
Oof.
there's no Empress on.
Oof. Oh wow. Oh, holy. Holy moly! No way that's gonna happen.
No,
No
that's not
way
gonna.
it's going to happen.
That's
It's
not gonna
that loss
happen.
for white, but damn it, you have to sacrifice everything on the board. No way it's going to happen. Okay, that's crazy. That for 5 moves ahead, this can be that mess on the board. Just 5 moves.
Maybe a4 will happen. I wonder
Maybe
if.
f6.
Ooh, f6. I would automatically try to get a pawn on e6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's best guess. Bad guess. Okay. Okay, bishop a6 or a4. Two moves. Two candidates moves. You know, when I was a kid, I was like 13, 14 years in some tournaments. My coach recommended and printed some sheets which I had to write like my move what the opponent made, and 3 candidates moves what I was thinking during the game.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were allowed to do that during the game?
Yeah. We actually asked the arbiter. I mean, they didn't care at the time that much than right now. So we could be allowed to do anything. That was in Ukraine tournament in our club. So, yeah.
Okay.
No, but that was actually Ukrainian championship under 14. So that's crazy.
Oh.
They allowed it. That's actually crazy. You're right. Remember the situation when Wesley and the St. Louis write something on his not sheet, and then he was forfeit 0 for that, and 6 moves.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, against Jacobian they had. There was a game. Yeah. After 5 moves, he was like draw something, then write something like don't forget to play faster, like something like that, or yeah, I don't remember exactly what that. If we can find it on the internet and the Reddit, I'm pretty sure that, and chat will say, of course, about it. So yeah, and you're right, like move and 3 moves candidates, or some 2 moves candidates, and here move candidates it's a4 and bishop a6 with idea rook to c2. So
I mean, at least Awanda is using up his time now, so kudos to him. One thing I do, and I definitely get away with this in over the board tournaments, is I liked every 5. Like I like move 5 on my score sheet. I like move 10. I like move 15, and I just remind myself that I need to reevaluate the position once we cross these moves, and I get away with it all the time.
Oh, nice. That's also interesting. Yeah.
I also get away with writing down my move before I play it, because once I write down the move, I just put the score sheet underneath the chessboard.
Wait, write move before you made a move? It's illegal.
It is. I think it's punishable, but not illegal. I think if the
that's punishable. They can force you to make that move. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not illegal. I mean, they can force you like do it on the board.
Yeah. Since you wrote it, makes sense.
I had that. A lot of people did it before against me, and I saw once he wrote the move, and that's completely loser move. And I was like, "Oh, please make that move, please, Megan, you make it." And he like, "No, scratch it, and then just play another one." And then, damn it. And then after the game, arbiter said you could actually ask him to make that move because it's on the score sheet, so he has to move it.
Oh. Yeah.
But you know that every time the rules is changed, so I don't know what's right now in the rule, but yeah, I think chat knows better. Okay,
someone
chat is quiet, just quiet. I think they just enjoying the position, and try to get how many opportunities Black has right here. They have 2, bishop a6 and a4. Both of them same idea. Actually, we're gonna transposition after a4 knight c1, bishop a6, queen somewhere like after rook c2, or we can get the same position from starting with this one, and this one, exactly the same. So our black's main goal to get this one just paralyzed everything. Every piece looks on the front squares right now. Okay, in this game, seems like Khan just outplayed himself.
Himself with that early d4 move.
First, it was a d4 and then queen f1, right? So bishop d2. Every move which he made, it was like made position worst, and worst. So like lost connection. Sometimes it happens during the game when you are completely in a different way on the game, and you maybe it's because some position which you don't know that well, or you miss something with your calculation. I don't know what exactly he blundered, but seems like some ideas he missed.
Okay, how long has Awonder been thinking about this move? About 10 minutes or more?
Yeah, that's actually long for him, right? So we can see that he is playing very fast usually, and maybe he understands that's a critical one of that moments when you have to spend some time to figure it out what's the best continuation. So like a4, play bishop a6, maybe rook c2 earlier will work. So a lot of calculations here when you had
Yeah,
spent the
because
time.
even rook c2 first. Naturally, normal player don't want to lose the pawn on a5 and simply chasing away. Or maybe he's calculating what happens if a5, f5, but there's always queen f5 at Massimo.
Bishop a6 on the board makes sense, of course. We was discussing about that many times. It's not new for us. And Hans will play, I guess, very fast queen f3. That also was his idea. Can operator show us Hans bigger? Let's see on his emotions. What does he think about this position?
I mean, he always seems to be a bit calm. He doesn't
I don't know.
always
When I was sick,
what's
he was
happening.
like show like he doesn't like actually his position. He always confident, by the way, during the game. But I think, yeah, Awonder just made some tea, enjoys his position. Like, yeah, damn, I'm gonna play now a4, rook c2, and I have some good position. Actually, it is. He is very good position. So,
I mean, Hans is very disciplined at the chessboard. I'm not seeing him doing a lot of walking. I'm seeing Awonder doing most of the walking around on the chessboard.
Yeah. I like walking around actually. I never see it. If it's not my turn, I just walk. Yeah, I can walk
do
40
that a lot.
minutes, 50 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes I have to talk myself into sit at the board and calculate, bro, because I'm always just walking around.
Yeah, me too. I mean, but that's a match, right? So you don't have other games to just check. So if you just walk, it's just walk around, and no games to watch, right? So
Yeah.
so that's a little bit different. They sit in more than walking, because I think one of the reason because no other games they had. Also, the time control, it's not easy. You can be in the time scrambles very fast, and you will even not recognize that. So you spend like 10 minutes, and already you are down like 20 minutes, right? So, and Hans actually mentioned that during the interview when he just joined us, right? 2 days ago, he was saying about that. That's their first experience of this time control. So.
Yeah, time moves by very quickly. Because in a natural setting, he would have 57 minutes here. But no, it's 27.
Yeah, it's 27 minutes, and he's going to play like a queen f3. I think he's on the way to make it a move queen f3. He just rechecking everything, and he gonna play queen f3.
Yeah, no need to do anything else. Queen f2 can't make any sense. Rook c2 will come eventually. I think he's just calculating queen f3, a5. Where do I put my knight? Oh no, rook c2 is coming. Maybe I have to go knight d2, knight f1. You know, maybe rook d1. Because he's calculating.
Is it classical? Yes, it is classical. 60 plus 30. What else white can calculate in here? It's only f5, I think. And after queen g5, queen f3 right here. But as I already said, that's queen f3 immediately much more sense. Also, you're safe in that opportunity to have f5 for the later, and maybe g4 even on some positions. And after a4, if try something else like knight to d2, I believe that's still option like rook c2. But Engine said something like just a take, and after take knight to g3 and rook c2.
Ooh.
Okay, rook c2
Oh.
it's one of the main ideas, and unfortunately rook f2 doesn't work because of knight f5, and bishop doesn't have a square. Wait, a7?
There's no queen d3? What are we blundering with queen d3?
No, it'll just take.
Ouch! Dark squared bishop joining the game, man.
Finally, yeah. It's staying on f8, but it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And you know the fun thing, it's just again doesn't have a square, so just d4.
No squares.
Yeah, so I think after knight g3, rook f2 just lost. But if rook e1, then just rook to c2, and then knight f5 once again. d1, knight f5. Okay, I think this one it's bad because of
Yeah, then just start munching off
like
the
a
pawns.
d4, b3, a3. This one pawn is just lost, and game is losing completely. So
Yeah, then the
knight d2 doesn't work. Hans is surprisingly thinking long time in this position, because I thought like when he played f4, he wants to play queen f3, right?
Yeah. He's seeing something else. But he has to go queen f3 now. Like, he's really increasing the chances of him losing. Because usually he's low on time in a normal position that is very manageable. Being low on time and you're losing on the board is not a good sign.
If you're thinking that long, probably he wants to play f5 instead of queen f3 and calculating f5. So queen to g5, queen f3, bishop e2, if rook e2. We kind of get a similar ideas, which I showed before. Rook f2, but now one's different thing. It's pawn on f5 standard. But the problem is all of these pieces seems like in the wrong spot. So a lot of even a d2 fork, but queen f4. Hopefully, white has not lost immediately. Still, position is losing, by the way. It's too passive.
Ooh.
Everything. Pawn is far away. It's in danger as well. The position is just so bad if you just play f5. I think queen f3 and somehow just suffering in this position and try to create something. But I don't know what exactly we can do. Maybe king h2 g4. Just looks everything so bad. Every move, every idea looks terrible for white.
Let's see.
Seems like he is losing. Chad, what do you think? Will Hunt save this or no? Your predictions.
That will say Hans will save it. Let's see.
Yeah, while you make a prediction, let's make some quickly coffee. I'm still
yeah,
here.
sure. Yeah, I'll entertain the fans. It's fine.
Hotel coffee machine.
Yeah,
What
Hans is
can be
really
that?
using up his time.
Queen f3 on the board.
Okay, it took him long enough to play Queen f3. He had to do it. I'm not sure what he was checking. I mean, there's many moves moving forward that he needs to check. I kind of understand. There's also some bishop d3 to e4 idea that I'm just seeing it now.
Yeah,
Since
but
the
I think. Okay, wait. Actually, d2 doesn't work. Maybe rook c1. That's why I wants to play a4. Just put knight on there, and one be rook c1 traded. Like bishop
yeah,
e4, queen f2, and like nothing, right?
yeah, the pawn is guarded. But it would be a normal person would try to say, hey, let me get my bishop on a better diagonal. But what you said makes sense. If we play a4, knight c1, it's always a good thing disconnecting the opponent's rook. Always.
Yeah, yeah. Knight d2, then that crazy lines when we take an h3. If knight c1, rook c2, what actually white can do here? Can they take a pawn, by the way?
Mm.
Or no? I know, looks terrible, right?
The thing
Looks
is, I
so
mean,
bad.
I don't care about the pawn any at all.
Maybe just rook e7, bishop b7, and just
Yeah,
checkmate it there.
just threatening it. Just as simple as threatening it. Because the rook on c2 is also just so active as well. Can't stress this enough. Black has no bad pieces.
So queen f3 on the board, and Leon is thinking about his next move. He
I
feel
mean,
it, he smelled that blood, he wants to play the e4 already, I think, but he just calm it down a little bit. He
yeah,
just want to be sure that he doesn't blunder anything, and he totally understand he's much better position right now, and that's his chance to actually strike it back and made a small comeback on this match, you know. And the
yeah,
next game he will have a white actually. So
that would be
that's
cool. Pressing with 2 games. I mean, I don't mind him using up his time because that's something that he been needed to use up his time. 'Cause sometimes he plays fast, but sometimes there's never a time when I think he's playing a bit too slow.
he didn't play the a4. He took it on e2 and then played knight g3.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
So he doesn't. He's just not gonna.
he didn't
He's
play
just gonna
that.
leave his pawn on a5 unprotected the whole time.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's on the board, though? Are you?
Yeah.
I have to check on the live board for myself
You
before
don't
I
trust me?
let's see.
Oh, that means no. Oh my god. Chat, did you hear that? Oh my god. Okay, that's joke. Yeah, that's on the board, and I don't like what Leon is actually did. He had to play the a4. I thought a4 was much better for him than just straight and playing a g3. Maybe he just forget about rook e1 move. All he thinks still this much better. I mean, he's still much better position a4 right now, but now Hans Niemann
Oh,
has to find the move bishop f2. So bishop
which
f2 is on the one which gives chances for surviving.
I mean, if you're defending, you kind of have to try to find a move like that. It's not a bad in between move to find, and yeah, I think Hans will find it. I think Hans will find it. He'll definitely find it. If he doesn't, then it's back to negative 1.5. So I think he'll find it. Bishop f2, knight e4. The whole idea of putting the knight on d4, he has to find, because the knight is not active anywhere else.
Now, Wonder actually surprised me a little bit with the bishop e2. Wait, is Hans trying to touch knight?
Really?
Or I missed that. Wait, did he try to? He was like trying to actually catch a knight. No, chat.
He can't do that.
Or I missed that. Yeah, I mean, I have it on my screen. It's not that big, so I'm not sure. But I think he actually tried to.
Maybe he's doing it. You know, some psychological.
No,
Yeah, I saw him try to touch something
knight,
just
yeah.
now.
Yeah, but that's
I saw
knight or
him try to
bishop.
touch something.
Yeah, he tried touch knight, right? Knight. He close touch knight. Yeah, he played knight c1, which is actually, it's not the best move.
He played knight c1.
Yeah, he played knight c1.
Okay, so it's back. The position is back where it were, but I mean, less pieces on the board.
Winning. Black is winning, but it's not like that winning, which easy, right? So it's need to find a lot of only one moves.
I think Awonder is just like I don't think maybe he thinks the light squared bishop isn't the best piece and he's just trying to get rid of it. Who knows? Funny thing is, I am not seeing how his
show the
dark
bishop
square
f2 line. Yeah, let's show bishop f2. Bishop f2 idea, just if take, obviously we will take, and we will save this. So material is equal. So the point of knight e4, we put knight on d4 instead of c1, which is cover c2 square. One thing which probably he didn't like is maybe some takes. And I don't know, the
bishop
potential
c5.
C5, but even b3 right here. So knight f2, don't think that's that good move. Still, position is much better. Black has here, and only black is playing for win, like a3 even here. Take, for example, I don't know, c3, maybe stuff like this. And then take on a3. But because of activity of the knight on d4, it gives chances to save this game. After knight c1, if he will play rook c2, and then, for example, knight d3 has some crazy move rook d2, and rook d1 doesn't work because of knight e2. Incredible brilliancy, which is actually winning the game for black.
Ooh.
And it's very easy to miss this move like knight e2, because you are calculating this from like 5 moves before, right? Or 3 moves.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But if 6, and if takes ef and queen d5, some crazy line.
Whoa, it's drawn?
And f5. Oh my gosh. What is this? What is this one? Holy moly.
Yeah, he would have to.
And this is a draw by repetition. Just a draw by repetition. Oh, we found a great repetition, by the way. Maybe this might happen.
Let's see.
Okay, I hope no. I'm just hope it will be more fight, not just repeated now. Knight c1, rook c2.
Knight c1 on board, right?
Yeah, knight c1 on the board, but rook c2 no. So he's thinking maybe knight f5 to play. Or rook c4, knight e4. So it's not just knight c2 only one move.
Knight f5, knight e4, rook c4. A lot of candidate move.
Yeah, just a lot. So usually in a moment like this, like you're making a mistake. When you have a choice, you are not finding sometimes the best move.
Hard to win a one position.
What about knight e2? Knight e2 in which exactly position? I just missed. Where do you actually ask knight e2? In which moment do you ask knight e2? He means now knight e2, just give away knight.
Oh.
Okay.
There's a lot of candidate moves for black here. Knight e4, knight f5, rook c4, rook
Knight
c2.
f5. I think knight d4 not that good because bishop not on f2 will not try to take.
Yeah, it doesn't threaten anything.
Rook c4 makes sense. A threat forced bishop and play knight d4.
Then knight e4.
Also, don't forget the pawn is handy on d5. Can we just take? Oh. Okay, I just said no.
Oh.
He not said it. She just yelling on me. Damn, what are you doing, man? It's a rook d2 and you lost. Okay.
Too much happening with that pin.
Stop yelling on me. Rook d2. I see. But if rook c4, can I just take? Wait a second. And even this reduction is better than knight f4? What? We just suck a pawn? Okay, then rook c4, he won't calculate. Because if you have rook c2, no way, just you play rook c4, then rook c2 just threw away the pawn.
Yeah. Trying to find all the good ways to get
rook
the dark square
c2 on the board. Ladies and gentlemen.
So
that
still pushing
might happen after knight d3, rook d2, e6. That's might happen on the board. And if take on d3, ef, and then all that stuff with f5. Ooh. That's actually...
Was this the part where there was a knight e2 win? Was it this variation?
I don't understand why they say knight e2. They say knight... Right here, knight e2. Right here makes sense, yeah. Knight f5 then. And I threat rook e2.
Too many threats, yeah.
So rook d1, then h5.
h5. Oh, preventing...
Yeah, h5, just paralyzed everything. And then rook c8. So no g4s, nothing there.
Even some h4 idea with black is strong as well.
Yeah, just buried the king and everything in there, right? And no moves. Like, why just out of moves? You don't have a moves on the board. Like, which is not long.
Yeah, it's being in Zhuang with so many pieces on the board would be... that would be a masterclass beating.
So white in trouble. Actually, white in huge trouble right now. It's not just trouble, huge trouble.
He is in trouble. Yeah. Certain moves are not easy to find. But I think knight d3 is not too hard to find because he needs to connect his rooks. King h2 also not too hard to find because he needs to get pieces out of his half. Let's see.
Evil is not horrible for white. Are you kidding me? It's minus 1.5. It's lost on GM level.
On GM level, it's lost for sure.
Like, oh, it's not horrible. It's just minus 10. I mean, that's not a checkmate. It's minus 10, you know?
For sure.
No, that's lost, actually. And also, Hans need to find some counter attack. I think it's good for white somehow just sacrifice something like a pawn and then maybe bring knight to e5. So like knight d3, e6, very possible to find because of that. He's understand that he's in huge trouble and out of moves. So
yeah,
knight e2 also is very human move right here to allow knight f5 because you are in the moment you are like not losing anything, not a pawn.
Let's see. But as I said before, being in a defensive position with your time slowly ticking down has to be super uncomfortable scenario to be in. I'm wondering if he's calculating any form of 92 takes 92, trying to trade.
I think he is really calculating knight jump because he wants to connect to rook. Also, king h2, a move which is possible to calculate right here. And after knight f5, you have to remove the bishop and sacrifice the pawn on b2. And all takes will not
Ouch.
work because of just the bishop. So it means like you can't. Oh wait, what am I talking about? I want to take pawn in this position. I forgot. Okay, and this position also will not work because of knight e7.
Ooh, double attack. So many,
Yeah, when you
so
have
many hands could go wrong, which is probably another reason why he's using so much time in this position.
it's problem because when you have very passive position, usually your opponent his ideas will work because you're just too passive. 92 on the board, as
Yeah,
the
he's
chat
just
was
trying.
suggest about 92, and knight f5 is gonna happen, I guess. But 92, it's not the best continuation. I think it just gives a very clear advantage after knight f5, and
Yeah, because I
and
mean, we're clearly not gonna trade, we're attacking.
yeah, so to defend position like that, you had to somehow counterattack. So that's why 93 e6 was the last chance, I think, not to lose the game. But everything still possible, you know. Chat probably surprised how it's white is losing if material is equal, right? Everything is equal. How they losing? I mean, white is lost because too much space black's controlling right now. Knight f5 on the board, and now in the moment, rook e2 is a threat. So white will just be out of moves after rook d1, and for example, like h5. So you are not able to take because of take. And it's a crazy idea, by the way. Rook d8.
Yeah.
Queen e4, just a take. Can it take even maybe? And just bishop to c5.
White will win Zugzwang very soon.
And also
White
this
will
pawn is close, so if you just move and allow to take, it's too close. So black even can go to the endgame and always gonna be a winning for black because again, look at this passive position. Everything is too bad in two bad spots right now.
It's gonna be a long
So
end game.
yeah,
But may
position
see a
is
result
bad.
with black. May see a result with black. Pulling the bishop back to f2. I mean, it's the best move, but you know, be constantly pulling your pieces like that, knowing that you're gonna be down by a pawn, no counter attack, can't be a good feeling. And you have 16 minutes on the clock, so the time is also running out. And Awonder definitely using up his time wisely. He's doing a lot of thinking on Hans' time though, so I wouldn't be surprised if he plays a bit quicker after Hans make his move, but let's see if he's gonna play too fast in a critical position.
I'm pretty sure that he understands he's winning right now. I mean, both they knows. Hans just trying to find more way when it's more problems will create for wins the game for black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he gonna play right now, move like a bishop f2 maybe. So rook e2 is the threat, right? So if you just some random moves, just rook e2. So
yeah, he has to.
it's a rook a1. Probably is the most human move, rook d1, because if knight d4, it's knight takes d4.
With some f5 counterplay, I'm assuming.
And here is actually white is fine. So the problem is it's knight on f5 and also all of this. So that's why h5 looks that bad. Oh wait, can I play that h4?
Maybe.
Actually no, just queen g4. Wait, that's why h5. Wait, right, my god.
Yeah, h5 first, and then create all the threats. It's funny the dark squared bishop hasn't joined the game as yet, but it's always a constant threat to join the game. And there won't be any g4 from white here, because g4 also does not attack the knight, so gives Awonder even more time to do other stuff.
Exactly. So h5 looks so good here. Still, current position, it's when knight on f5. We're surprised actually 2 games in a row, which we commented we have very interesting. after the first one, and actually 3 of them, it's kind of very interesting.
Yeah, things has been getting more interesting after the first game, at least. Yeah. But 14 minutes on the clock in a losing position, it's not looking good for Hans. It's not looking
rook
good.
d1 on the board.
Okay.
Rook d1 on the board, and h5 I'm expecting from black, and I think Awonder just will play that fast. Wait, can it play? Maybe it's actually move some, like bishop b7 here, or just rook c8. Actually, all of these moves good, but h5 is just best, preventing all g4, as we already mentioned.
It's important that he doesn't get too materialistic, trying to take on d4 and then take on b2. But 2700 will not play chess like that.
How many games left? So that's game number 7, and they played 12, so that's 5. We included this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 5, not included this one. Additional 5. Yeah. And how much they played for from prestige and rating.
Mm-hmm.
And the loser will actually donate $10,000 for charity.
Yeah.
Can I be a charity, please? Okay, just kidding.
Hans is always playing a match with someone. Always playing a match. I think he plays.
He won a lot. He beat Geary.
Geary. Yeah. How did he do against?
Then I think Geary made a comeback once, but they play online, I guess, that time. h5 actually not happened. Rook ec8 on the board.
Whoa! I mean, it's bringing more pieces in the game, so also good move. Can't be bad bringing more pieces in the game.
Okay, this what I think h5 was better than rook c8.
It's not like Hans is gonna play g4 though. Can't he just meet g4 with h5? Maybe that's his idea.
No, g4 is definitely not on news, right? So that's just h5. So that's not what white wants to play. But seems like when pawn on h5, all jumps say like h4 could be. But rook c8 is not makes position worse. Position still winning as it was before. But now some chances of the queen d5, you had to find h5, which is harder. But he has definitely some idea, right?
It just looks, taking on d5 just looks and feel as if the queen is getting misplaced.
Hans is thinking probably about just a take on d5.
I will see some real time trouble in this game.
I mean, depends if I wonder if blunders something, he might be under that time scramble. Or Hans will spend all the time right now, right? So also gonna be down the clock. He already in 12 minutes. The position is very complicated. A lot of calculations there, especially after queen d5, h5. So I think we will see that.
And I mean, when you're defending, grabbing material is not too bad. Because sometimes you have to give back material, so it's okay to grab something. King h2. Whoa. Well, putting that, so there will never be a g4 then.
Because h5 still. Still h5. But now it's a little bit different. Engine likes a move like queen a6.
Why?
That's a good question.
Targeting.
No, I mean, it's like pinning queen to defend on e2, like force him to stay on f3, not take there. Actually, very interesting, but after queen g4, probably best what black can do, just move back. So I don't think this queen a6 gonna happen. Still, I think h5 in this move would be much stronger. But actually, it's the same. h5 now in that position.
Yeah, transposes.
This is official match, and with FIDE rating counted. So,
Yes.
chat.
Very interesting. King h2. Hands hard to
Maybe
defend
bishop
this.
e7 as well. If queen d5, it's h5 again. I mean, always we wants to play h5, doesn't matter where. So it's a bishop e7, h5, or h5 right now. The main idea is to play h5. First of all, we will have a little second one. It's a g4 will be supported and knight h4 somewhere. So h5, it's very, very supportive move and danger, I could say. h5.
Yeah, and if black manages to get the pawn, and I mean, yeah, just leaving it on h5 is good. So that way there's no queen g4. It's not like white wants to push the g pawn. But he's using up his time. I like that. He doesn't need to rush. Rushing may mean he's trying to win on time. But if he uses the time and play the good moves, that will cause hands to burn even more time.
Yeah, that's the problem is need to find a good move. So, you know, could be like you spend all the time and then just make a bad move. That's typical me. I always do it. So, yeah. But I think h5 it's not hard move. You probably don't want to just sacrifice the pawn, but I mean queen d5. But for black, it's not that important. But still, it's hard to understand. It's not important, right?
Yeah.
It's scary to just give away a pawn.
Not seeing any active way to keep the pawn. Like you'd like to keep it, but in a very active way. Like something like queen c6 loses the momentum.
Yeah, queen c6 definitely lose the momentum, but maybe queen e6. Okay, even if we talk about defend the pawn, be better queen a6, queen g4, queen e6. Okay, that's the best, I guess. But so a6 defend the pawn by attacking the knight.
Yeah, pins the queen down to the knight.
Still h5, just h5 in this position, and -3, guys, -3.
Well,
Grandmaster has.
We've seen worse though. We've seen worse, huh?
a3 on the board. I can't still guess a move. a3, ba, and he wants to take on a2, and if queen d5, then bishop b4, actually. Makes sense.
Oh.
But I still preferred h5.
Very deep. I mean, it's funny. I didn't even see that the a2 pawn would become a target. This is really cool. a3 is a really nice move. I really like a3.
Yeah.
There's too many things on that.
Of a3, I like a move. So after a b, we have a square on b4. So, oh, sorry, ba happened, and will be ba, and like bishop b4.
I mean, if black manages to get more pieces in the attack, then it's just over. There's already too many pieces in the attack. White's position already feels hard to play. So bringing more pieces in this position is crazy.
Is it queen d5, bishop b4, bishop c3? You can't take because it's a mate.
Ouch.
But 93 may be a move.
Ugh.
Oh, this is actually hard to play for black. That's so hard to play. I mean, that's completely winning, but it's a lot of calculations here.
Using up his time. Yeah, it would be too hard to play giving up the two pieces. You'd have to be very concrete. Oh,
Why he's thinking?
He's thinking about taking on a2.
That's a bad sign. He's thinking right here. Because usually if you're not taking immediately, you're thinking about something else. And anything else we can see that's much worse than BA. All takes just bad.
Yeah, because now all the pawns could be on one side. So just keep trading could be good here. I mean, BA just keeping the pawn at target. Remember, the threat is better than the execution. No need to rush. Very good. BA on board. He's using up his time. That's all he's doing. He's not trying to rush. There has been time when he rushed and things haven't gone well for him. Okay, so now he just has to face the fact that he's down a pawn. Maybe he wants to go g4 and he doesn't want to allow knight h4.
Bishop f2 on the board and wants to play g4 next. So if you just take to play g4, knight e7. Okay, I don't think f5 is that problem because f6 not a threat. e6, I don't think it's a threat either. But you know, some game we still have it here. If he played h5, I think this could be over. But after BA might be complications. Are they both left-handed? Hans for sure, yes. Because when I play Armageddon in the Honduras against Hans, he asked actually can he put the clock on the left for his left hand. So Hans, yes, but oh yeah, they both actually left-handed. Yeah, they write in the left hand. So. Good notice, chat. Yeah. You didn't see h5, but you see they both playing right in the left hand. Nice. I missed both of that, and h5, and they both left-handed. Okay. So rook a2 needs to take.
Yeah, it's just a pawn, and then his pawn is now rolling up the board. It's crazy how he's controlling both flanks, like not necessarily the center, but he's attacking on the king side and on the queen side.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, he's playing on the both sides, on the queen and on the king side, working together. Maybe he wants to play now h5. Still playable.
$13 on the clock for Ants, 19 minutes for GM Awonder Liang. The times may equalize very soon, but usually not a good sign. Liang is burning too much time. Because I still think Hans is okay with the time pressure, but he's better, and he has been keeping his advantage throughout the game. So he's definitely playing well this game.
Yes, so I think Awonder we're gonna play in the next minute. So I won't think here like 7 minutes or 8 now. He's just gonna play soon. It's just because it's not that much to calculate for black. I mean, not that many ideas. So rook a2 or h5. It's two moves which I will calculate.
Even doubling up the rooks on the second could lead to some massive material gain for black. Doubling up the rooks on the second and playing h5 is crazy work.
That's kind of like a dream. Yeah, rook a2 on the board. I mean, that was obvious move, so we expect that. Oh wait, what's going on? Billion moves on the board happen. Like in a
Immediate
second. Okay, rook
G4,
a2,
knight E7.
G4, 97 immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're calculating. Okay, is there counter F5?
F5 as I showed, yeah. So F5, Queen A6, E6, and then after, I think it's actually here. Black has some ideas, has Rook C2 even, or just to take FE, and after if FE, the Queen E6 and 2 pawns up, just that's not the threat because of check. But white has to do it. I mean, if not, then what else? I mean, knight c1, it's not threat to take. So f5 probably Hans has to play, but position just dead lost. It's like
It
minus
is
3
dead
right now.
loss. -3 is a huge advantage to have.
Yes, but Awonder in game number 2 has +5. In the
maybe
moment.
maybe we need +6 to win. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Okay, it's of course it's different because there only one way how to win it. Honest, it was not that easy. So yeah, I had +11 on the Grenke. I didn't win. So
Ouch! Whoa!
no, it was only a move, but it's won immediately. But I didn't find it. So
You were in time trouble?
no, I had 5 minutes on the clock. I guess 1 minute, and actually that cost me 11,000 euros. So
Ugh.
yeah, I just didn't see it. That's it. So I was completely winning, but only one way. Sometimes you don't think.
True.
It wasn't even in my mind. I even not calculated. So
Oh,
yeah. It happens. But this is a different because it's not like one way you have to find to win. So it's many ways how you can win. What white else can do is just play maybe knight d4. Try to activate the knight and play the e6. So what's then? Then maybe
protecting the C2 square as well.
correct. Yeah. So maybe then like a rook b2 and a2, something like that.
Just start rolling the pawns up the board.
Because here we have some pin. Okay, Hans is thinking. He is not happy on the position which he had right now. We can see it on the camera. Okay, I'm just look it closer just to see some maybe emotions. They robots. They terminators. Let's see him. Yeah, he thinking. Right now the position is losing. Of course, they both understand that. Hans tried to figure it out. Maybe something after e6 or f5 e6 or knight d4 e6. Try to find a most uncomfortable way for black.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be
Leon.
resourceful. You have to be resourceful in these types of scenarios. You have to find something.
Yeah, Leon is just full focus as well, and he just thinking during the white things as well. So below 10 minutes right now, Hans, 9 minutes left on his clock. Position is lost, but still some chances. Maybe he will create like an d4 and then e6 or f5, e6 needs something, right?
Yeah, he has to find knight d4 here, which is it's not a huge difference. If he doesn't find knight d4, then it's a confirmed -3.
Yeah, knight c3 also doesn't work because of rook f2. So it's very hard to choose a move when every move is losing. and
That's true.
yeah, that's he sees that. Like, I mean, he saw that f5, queen a6, and he lost. And he see like knight d4, rook b2, a2, he lost. And so you need to choose and which way it's gonna be most uncomfortable for your opponent.
Mm.
It's a very tough decision.
He has
And
8
f5
minutes
on
to
the
figure
board.
that out. He has 8 minutes to figure that out. Less than 8 minutes. Oh, f5 on the board.
Yeah, f5 on the board, and that makes sense, right? So you played a g4 before, so queen a6 immediately respond by Awonder Liang was the best move, of
Oh,
course. And
he is keeping up some pressure on the clock now. Now he's definitely trying to get back his win. Maybe we're gonna see a result, and then the match is gonna be drawn, and all of a sudden the match is gonna be very, very interesting again. Let's see.
I mean, me like a viewer, of course, I like when it's like equal there. They fighting, they won, they lost. Then that's very interesting to watch. Then the full total domination. And we already said it before. This match looks like two very strong, very talented players facing each other and show incredible level of chess. I wonder seems like preparation the opening with black pieces against e4 very good. He got
Yeah, he
both
prepared
games
very
very
well.
good positions he had. So maybe Hans need to just back playing c4 because he got good position in the c4 and great position after d4. So maybe he needs to play like closed position instead of e4, right? Because both games which he played e4, he didn't get.
Yeah, his the games where he played e4, he didn't really get.
Knight d4 on the board, and now
Okay.
black needs to play rook b2 to some push a2 next. Still, e6, white wants to play, and after trade, like queen on f7,
Yeah, just to
actually
make
doesn't gives anything. Queen f7 is just nothing. It's after queen f7, nothing else, but maybe it's just scared a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make certain moves to scare the opponent. Like, for example, sometimes I'm losing. I just start to push a pass pawn up the board. And then the opponent in a winning position starts to defend against my pass pawn, and it gets me back in the game a lot of times. But he has 7 minutes on the clock. Awonder is applying some great pressure to the clock. He's also not rushing too much. He's still using up his time, but he's applying some pressure to the clock.
Yeah, I think it's some wrong with the clock on the video. You can see that's like he has 5 minutes, and that's moving Hans' clock. Actually, that's black to move right now, not white. And Hans has 7 minutes 40 seconds. Just for chat, not be confused. So black up of pawn and up on clock. So rook b2. Okay, now it's just works correctly.
Yeah, it's
So
a very
18
simple
minutes
plan.
black has. Rook b2. For me, it looks very logical just to push
Yeah,
then
we're gonna see.
a2. Or what else actually black can do? Not that
There's no
much.
more
Knight
attacking the
c6, I
king
guess.
since he didn't play h5. All right, I wonder. Patiently using up the time. He's not playing too fast. There has been many times where he's winning, he plays too fast, messes up the advantage. So him using up the time now is an improvement.
It's very hard to make mistake when you don't have a bad move on the position.
Yeah, there's no bad move for him. He's just trying to see if there's a knockout punch, or maybe he's trying his best not to blunder.
Yeah, but okay, knight c6 also good.
Okay, knight c6. Just
It's
try
not
to
that good
trade.
like a rook b2, but
Yeah, not
it's also
something that
good.
we've done. He's just trying to trade. I'm assuming queen takes d5. Yeah, there's never any queen takes d5. Bishop is just hanging.
That's why maybe king g3 just support.
The thing is, the king is just never safe. Like he already moves the pawns up the board. So the king is just never gonna be safe. And I'm assuming what he wants to do is decentralize the knight so that way both of his rooks could get access to the second rank.
Actually, you're gonna play that. Oh, king h1. You choose different way. I mean, king g3 is a little bit scary to play, so I understand why king h1. But Hans missed some chances. Fall of just engine. I think king on h1 is passive and always if rook b2 a2 it's gonna be very weak the last rank. So just after bishop b4, I think it's just
Oh,
seems like it's
so weak.
dead
Well,
lost, but okay.
yeah, anything to try to create some complications.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but okay, with engine it's too easy win, but okay, let's just try without them. What's wrong with king g1? I mean, king g1, it's just rook f2 and bishop c5. That's what's wrong. By the way, can we just do it right here? Do I blunder? Queen e2, I do blunder.
Oh, ouch. Imagine if something like that happened.
I mean, not me. I didn't blunder. I solved it. Of course, I solved it. I just want to show it to chat. I didn't blunder that. Knight d4, maybe just a take, actually, without any.
I think knight d4 is so logical because who wouldn't want to double up the rooks on c2? That's exactly how I would try to play it.
Yeah, but e6, actually, a little bit scary. Still bishop b4. Still bishop b4. Okay, 3 moves here. Bishop c5, bishop b4, knight d4. All of them is winning. And I think bishop c5 is scary to play. Queen d5. So I don't think bishop c5 will happen. Knight d4, bishop b4.
Oh, bishop b4 after bishop d4. Oh, bringing even more pieces in the attack.
Yes, but if you can play bishop b4 right now, it's more sense because after bishop b4, move the rook somewhere, for example, f1, it's pawn handing on e5. Even you
Keep
can
in mind,
take.
there's always the idea of moving the a rook and then just rolling the a pawn. So
Yeah.
too many
Oh, wait.
weaknesses.
We can play this. Oopsie. Oopsie. And this dead lost, of course.
Oh, just a winning endgame.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I wonder using
Oh,
up the time.
definitely he has to play something like a take, maybe. And play, I don't know. Okay, but rook e3 doesn't work, I think, now. So if take, bishop b4, then rook e3 possible.
All right, let's see. No need to rush. It's one of those positions where it's not a case where you play right now. It's just keep on playing. Win will come.
I agree, yeah. So Black's still thinking, and he has 13 minutes, I wonder, against 7 minutes by Hans, and he is just calculating all of that, moves like knight d4, bishop b4, which we showed, that e6, ef on that. In the end of the line, just Black is winning, but we know it for sure that we are winning, but black doesn't know it for now. So just he's rechecking himself. He knows he's winning, and he needs just figure out the easier way and more safety way, I guess, for him.
Yeah.
How to win and not blunder anything.
Convert. I'm sure he's seen those games. Like, for example, the game we looked on where he missed G5, so he's using up his time. The first game where he missed E6, he missed Rook H1, so he's using up his time to ensure that he is not missing any opportunity.
Yes, so he remembered that he made it already and loses chances.
And Awonder is having a good match
Blundered
to
in
it.
one move, so he's now in focused. Okay, seems like I've disconnected. Now I'm reconnected again. I hope
Yeah,
chat
fine.
and you can hear me again.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
There was some
It's
problems with. Okay, nice. Was some problems with connection. So he below 12 minutes is not a critical. No, it's not. It's like still enough time on the clock. So
Yeah, more than enough.
so he using full time to just figure it out what to do next, and we'll see if he will find the best way. Actually, that was a great emotion right now. He was like calculating, and then like, whoa, wait, what's going on? What I'm calculating? Oh, could be great moment to show to chat. I think, but they probably seen that.
Oh, I wonder, like he had a moment where he realized something.
Yeah. He was like calculating something, and probably he got like, oh damn, I blundered something there, and he like, what the heck? Oh, that was great. Great emotion. Bishop c5
At the
is
time,
possibility, but it's one of these moves which is a little bit scary to play on the board because like triple attack after all. But it's winning as well. Every move, every logical move, it's winning right now. As a bishop b4, as knight d4, and bishop c5. Every of these three moves which just make some sense, some sort of sense, that's winning right now.
maybe he'll play rook b2 now. Who knows? Maybe now he wants to start
Rook
pushing.
b2. No, rook b2 looks too slow, right? Let's check, by the way, just for fun to see. No, that looks too slow because
Very
b6,
slow.
right?
Yeah, very slow.
Yeah.
Still's better, but gives up too many advantage. Like now it's -4. Like -4, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's huge advantage for black. But need to be accurate still, right? So not blunder anything of some your calculation during that. Doesn't seems like it's a very long variation. Even this what I showed, that's bishop b4, knight c6, queen c6. Wait, not what I showed. Which one was? Oh, this one. E6, knight d4, ef, and king to f8. So rook is handing, and now if f6, then just a queen handing. So you can't play this. You have to eliminate the knight first. So bishop d4, bishop e1, and f6. And after gf, like no good move for white. So this one just queen e6. Oh, actually, this one of them, which is you have to calculate for sure.
Okay, now it looks like he's using a bit too much time. I didn't expecting him to equalize the time with Hans. Wasn't expecting that.
I wait. He played bishop before e6 on the board. Okay, this line on the board, guys. Bishop b4 and e6, and everything it's gonna happen. What I show it to you, it's a knight d4. By the way, knight d4 only one way, which is gives -4. It's only one way. All other ways, it's doesn't give that much. So knight d4 happened. I mean, of course, not surprised.
Mhm.
Knight d4 on the board, and now I think ef going to ham and king f8. Yeah, Awonder Liang actually found the best move on the board right now, and he's on the way to actually win a game right now. So bishop d4 now, probably Hans Niemann going to take because of his queen is handing, or rook to e8 check doesn't work because of king f7, and after check king e8, very actually interesting line. The queen to g8 check. It seems like you are already survived, but bishop goes to
Bishop
f8,
F8
and after
on the move.
check, rook e2 blocked, and no more checks, just lost position right now. So it doesn't work, rook e8, and I think the white going to try to take on d4, but after bishop takes e1, rook e1, the queen to d6, only one move, which is a winning for black, which is attacking and targeting mate in one, and if bishop to g1, then another rook included to the attack,
Everything is coming.
and white can't stop the checkmate. So what's white going to do? Hans below 7 minutes. No, actually she's 7:08. I'm just blind.
Yeah, but he'll drop below. He's thinking. As you mentioned, it's hard when you calculate something and it lost, and then you calculate something else and it's losing, and then you're like, wait, am I just lost?
Yeah, so time is just moving, and 6 minutes on the clock, and white try to find something like a f6 maybe, or just bishop d4 f6, trying something like that way, but nothing works, and he understands it as he is completely losing position right now. But will he find some best defended resource here? We don't know. Let's see. So maybe queen e3, like queen e8 at red, but bishop to e1, rook e1, and rook e2. This is now very annoying move. Rook e2
Very
will
nice
stop
idea.
everything.
Stopping everything.
6 minutes on the clock.
6 minutes on the clock. Time is ticking.
Yeah, if queen d5 also doesn't work because if after take queen c6, black will have. So best, I think, way is just taking on d4, and after bishop e1, try to play f6, and after gf, rook e1, queen d6, and bishop f2. Maybe some like this way to try. I think that's past what white can do. But we all of us understand that position, of course, to winning, and they both understand this as well.
Yeah. Just a matter
rook
of
e8,
time.
I showed already rook e8. Yeah, rook e8, let's do it once again. Rook e8, king f7, and after queen d5, it's actually king to e8, and if a check, then bishop to f8, and after take, rook c2 or queen b7, both of them just wins. And all this annoying move, rook e2, all the time this move.
Yeah, rook e2, always a good defensive resource. But it's something that is easy to be missed. Maybe he tries rook e8 because he thinks something is there.
Hans is thinking, he below 5 minutes on the clock. He tried to find something. Maybe, as we already said, it like a f6 or bishop d4. By the way, it was a clean game by Awonder.
Like, yeah, he played very well. Very, very well.
Yeah. Since
so many best
the end. It's a perfect game, man. I mean, it seems like just Hans messed it up a lot. Like, since d4 move, yeah, he just makes took some road decisions, but still, I mean, Awonder just found everything.
Playing d4 that early though was weird. It had to be some serious. It's if he plays d4 and he's not in opening preparation, then that would be something.
3 minutes, 40 seconds.
3 minutes to figure it out. Now Awonder has such a huge lead on the clock. I'm sure Awonder is so comfortable here. I think he just knows he's winning now.
I would be also comfortable when I had -5 position. So he is right now, and by material, he is up a full piece. So, okay, we can see that on the face of the Hans, that's he recognizing this. That's like nothing works.
It would be funny if we see a handshake. Well, I mean, it's best he tries something at least.
Okay, he's going to move right now. It's gonna be Rook E8 or Bishop D4. What do we think?
Maybe Rook E8 because he's like, hey, I'm gonna lose the Rook anyways. Might as well I try Rook to E8, and if he, because there's a lot of only moves that Black has to find, even though those only moves are not hard to find, but it's only moves.
Bishop D4.
Okay, so Bishop D4 was played.
He choose Bishop D4, of course, need to take on E1 this rook. Take immediately happen. And only one move is winning in this position. Only one. And the problem is Bishop E5, Queen E5.
Oof. Oof.
And remember I said when he played King H1, that's going to be a problem. The King on H1, it will be a problem. And that's why. Queen D6, I think, of course, Awonder will play this only one winning move.
Yeah, it's okay if he thinks about it.
Yeah, just he recheck and everything. But Queen D6, defend the pawn and attack and checkmate, so... I mean, still, it's not... Okay, move Rook F2 is definitely not easy to find, Rook C3. Was the engine best move? It's no way it will happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Queen D6, of course, but after Bishop F2,
I wouldn't sacrifice.
No way he will take. Yeah, no way he will take. Come on. But oh wait, the point is, oh,
whoa,
oh. So I found a way how to lose.
Whoa. But that's not a hard move to. That's not a hard blunder, though. Like,
yeah, that's
who wouldn't play Rook C2 here? No, I'm worried because who wouldn't play Rook C2 here?
That's on the board, Bishop F2. I mean, I think it just obviously needs to take a pawn, and I think Awonder will take just a pawn. Maybe he will take on F2, but it will surprise me if he's gonna take it on F2.
If he takes on F2, then he's on some serious farm. Serious farm. But he has the time, and again, he is been using up his time very wisely.
Also interesting line, King F7. And if some move, can I play then Rook C3? After take is kind of no check. Yeah, this actually works. So King F7, F6. Oh, actually F6 kind of annoying move. He used to play G6. But then Rook E7. I don't know.
Ooh.
Some problems actually. So Rook F2 looks like just best way how to win. Rook C3 attacking there. And like a D4 and just want to check and just take.
Once there's no way for White to come around and give even one check, he should be fine.
Yeah, it's no checks. Exactly. Just no checks. So Rook F2, just winning immediately.
Rook F2,
and then Rook C3, D4. Not easy to play because you are just give away back.
Yeah.
Get back, right? But I mean,
hard to have an advantage.
2700 in a reason, I guess. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Had to beat a lot of strong GMs to get to 2700.
Of course, yeah. He's thinking maybe just something. Wait, maybe he's considering to play like a d4? Just trade queens?
Maybe I would try that in a tournament.
No, d4 is not that bad, no? Just wanted to go there and defend this one. Looks okay for me. Actually, it's the second line d4. I mean, after I make a move, engine said like minus 4.5. But before of that, it's not even top 3. So I'm just better than engine.
I like to think that when I spot some moves that the engine didn't consider. I think you did it once where the engine didn't consider the move, and then once you put it on the board, then the engine says, "Hey, that's the move."
Yeah, the b4. That was b4. The game when Hans won. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a b4 move. Still thinking. Actually, 5 minutes. I start worried about this. When you are thinking of winning positions, sometimes you actually mess it up.
Maybe he's trying to find a defense after rook c2, queen e3, and he's not finding any.
Okay, 5 minutes. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting.
Times are ticking now.
Will he find a rook f2 or d4, or he will play something else?
King f7 is the slowest version.
Yeah, but king f7, f6, that's what I don't like. King f7, f6, and here's some problems. Because play rook ac2 is very hard. So just allow all of this. It's not easy to play. That's why I prefer just play d4. Just
just get the queens off
trading. But d4 is also open diagonal. So rook f2 just seems better because of that. And after this d4, he wants to check and then play a2. So like, let's just show also this one. If king f1, it's rook f3. If king g1, it's just even this take and queen b2. So you're just completely winning. So yeah. And if d4 king g1 right here, then we can play still like a take and c3 even. Or maybe, can I just... No, I can take, but...
Since he's using so much time to think, maybe he's considering.
He will blunder. That's possible to blunder when you think that long.
He could also blunder as well.
Yeah. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, I like it. Yeah, let's go. We smell some blunders coming. Yeah.
And then Hans' time is now higher. But I really think 3 minutes in a position like this, I'm not sure. Let's see. He's really calculating. Imagine a 2700 GM just calculating this position. Has to be a lot of stuff that he's seeing. And a bunch of forcing moves. He's calculating a bunch of forcing moves. It just would be funny. I would be so surprised if I see rook c2.
He played rook a c2.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is kind of solid, but after bishop g3, you seems like have to suck the pawn, and actually position still winning. So rook a c2, one of the moves which is wins, but after rook e6 needs to probably just find something additional moves like take and a2. I mean, he probably just calculate all of that. Let's just watching this a little bit. I don't want to just show the lines. Let's just watch. So position is winning. The time is 3 minutes.
Low time. So let's see what will happen here.
So rook c3 is a threatening right now, and king f7 as well. And what an interesting decision. He actually played rook h2. Maybe practically it's the best way, by the way. If bishop
Let's see.
g3, once again, bishop g3, we have queen c5 even. But queen c5 left f6. I don't want to just give even a chance, so I want to just take, and if check, always king g8, and then I will have a d4, and then queen g2. So
Queen c6. Call move.
queen f3 maybe, but this one is winning for black. So Hans Niemann has a 2 minutes and 20 seconds right now. He's thinking what's to do next. It's maybe rook to e6 or bishop to g3. It's not that many moves, by the way, you can play. What about queen e3 in this position?
Oh, no queen e3. It's worth the try. It's worth the try.
Take, check. Maybe just king g8, simple.
Let's see.
1 minute, 45 seconds. Hans Niemann has to make a move on the board.
Oh, you have to make a move.
Time scrambles. It's a very hard decision right now what to do next. And he understands that's like he lost and needs to just really some threat to create on the board. And bishop g3 on the board. So Liang, of course, expected that move.
Ooh.
It's not the move which is you missed before you
Yeah, maybe he calculated it way before. We're gonna see queen c6
or c5, right? C5 is defend a3, c6 allowed to play d4 and trade the queens, but give away the pawn on a3, which is enough for a win.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna go
c5.
c5.
Wow.
Yeah,
c5
no need to make unnecessary
and
threats. Unnecessary.
By the way, after f6, only one move, it's winning. Oh,
whoa.
This is actually very dangerous when you have some situation like this.
Where it's only one move. It would be crazy. Very crazy if this game ends in a draw.
Yeah, he probably needs to quit chess after that. Yeah, f6. If g6, it's just queen f4 winning, actually.
Yo.
f6 on the board. Only one move right now is winning.
Okay, this is very critical, guys. This position is very critical.
God.
He has to play rook c1. If it's not rook c1 drawn.
Yeah, rook c1 on the board. He found that move, which is a winner right now.
Okay, it's good.
Wow.
We'll see Hans very soon then, because he's basically just eliminating one extra piece. You know, a few checks won't hurt, but it doesn't lead anywhere.
That was a moment where we all nervous, right? Like, I mean, I always like for winning position has to be winning, because the amount of position which I'm not winning of them, it's so hurt, so painful, and I know that. So I've like winning position must be winning.
Let's see. Handshake is gonna be very soon, guys. We're gonna see a handshake very soon. But Hans is really trying. He's trying. There's a lot of points in the game where he doesn't only secure a draw, but a win. He's trying. Okay, many move that wins this. Many move that wins. Personally, I would just take.
One. They can if play g6. Actually, what if just queen g5?
Too many pieces.
Point is because no rook on the board. It's like no more checks, and
king is just running.
Queen c1, f8 knight,
knight, rook sack, possible.
There's just that win, just rook f8 there, and queen e1.
Awonder still using up his time. Guy doesn't want to do any weird thing and do any blunder this time.
g6, rook e1, all of this move just winning. I think just eliminate the rook. It's very good. Just trade it. No more rooks, no more problems for black. So just take and then play g6 or maybe even something else like a2, but it's unnecessary. So g6 looks like the best way, and then a2. You have bishop d2, just a1 queen and queen g1. So because of this check, white can checkmate. Okay, well, he played that, or he gonna play g6 right now. We'll see.
I mean, no need to keep rooks on the board, even though it's pinned, but, you know, just practically speaking, just trade the rooks off the board, bro.
Yeah, take and then g6. I mean, maybe he doesn't like the way it's just queen b1, which is a threat. This one could b7 something, but this is not enough for sure. Time,
really
1 minute, 20 seconds, and Leon, I think in position is winning.
Hopefully there's no more critical moments. It's crazy when it's only one move, and then everything else is drawn or lost. It's crazy.
1 minute. He's still thinking. And took it only one.
Okay.
Bishop e1 immediately respond by Hans Niemann. And g6, the move which is win the game.
g6, we'll see handshake. -7. No checks. Or maybe
it's gonna be a check after moves like a queen f4, yeah, and then check. Unstoppable, by the way. So if take queen h6, it's still going to be some checks, but those checks doesn't do anything. So not giving anything for white. So has to play g6. Will he? We're gonna see it right now. 40 no, he played a2. What?
Oh, I didn't even give a count for that move, so I thought it was a blunder, but it's fine. There's too many. The thing is, the queen is not able to check the king and keep the pawn guarded. That's the issue.
Check in e8. Check in d8. I don't know.
So you're saying this is what he saw, like running, all these.
Of course, he saw that. For the second.
Let's see.
I don't know. Probably no. No, it's queen on c5 actually covered dark square, so probably it's like no draws there. But I don't understand why not g6. G6 looked for me like more safety way.
Less than a minute.
Has anything else? Maybe like queen e5, right?
Worth the try.
I don't know. Just I stop there and not allow to one queen.
It's gonna be a very deserving win for Awonder. Very deserving win. He's gonna do a lot for his confidence. No draws.
That's on the board. FG and king g7.
Takes. No bishop checks. Maybe queen
no.
Queen e5. There's no bishop c3. Ouch. I wanted bishop c3, but there's none. And then queen c1 has to lead to something.
I wonder how. I wonder why. Yeah. Seems like white will try somehow make a perpetual check right here,
15
but
15 seconds on the clock.
Queen e5, king f7. Black take a pawn, and now it's one more check. Maybe queen f4 and king e8, queen a4 idea. So king f7 on the board, and one of those three checks gonna happen. Yeah, check, king e8 right now, queen e6, king d8, bishop takes. Oh, what I said takes bishop h4. Wait, bishop a5. Actually, possibility. Queen a5. Queen e6. Oh, this is no checks, I guess, after.
I mean, all of this it would be very interesting, but eventually we should
It's
be able
very
to checks.
no. I think that's gonna happen. I mean, kind of like forced because if king e7, that's a draw.
Whoa.
So king e7, that's just a draw. So king e8 needs to play. So if you're gonna play king e7, that's it. That's draw. But it's not hard to see that's a draw because the problem why that's a draw because king c6 not a move, queen c8.
Ooh.
So that's why you should play this or this, but this is just will repeat. So king e8, check, and king c7.
Yeah, that has to happen on the board.
Yeah, king e8 on the board, no blunders, and now he can check on e6, and that's what exactly we was discussed about. Bishop a5. Also rook c7 wins, but queen a5 seems like
Yeah, because the queen gets behind the pawn and prepares to push. The pawn is in the center. The king will run.
That's a position.
Hans is fighting. As a fighter. Oh, rook c7.
Rook c7. Yeah. And queen on c5, perfect defense actually, because I can just run away and will not be a checks, I guess.
Wouldn't be cool to be forked here. I'm sure he doesn't want to get forked.
If queen h7, still queen e7.
Looks drawish, but won't be a draw.
Because of pawn, we have a pawn on e2. Which is black allowed to win this game. Yeah, so takes, take, check. That's on the board. Queen e5. Of course, if king b6, then queen b2. So do not blunder this pawn. You can be on the b file. So have to go. Actually, best way to play king d7, I guess, in this position.
Weird, man. It's very weird. All of this had to happen. Yeah, no, it's weird.
Just run. Some accuracy needs to demonstrate. Yeah, queen e5. And now king c8, king d7, or king c6. Those moves winning. Of course, not to
maybe
play
king c6.
King on b. If you play king on b file, then queen b2, and that's going to be a draw. So it's not what black wants to get. King c8 probably just the best way. After queen h8, king goes to here on d7, and queen b2, queen c4. I mean, still, it's not the end. Like, try to checks, but king always run.
King is running, but so many checks, though. Not the most comfortable scenario when there's so many checks.
Everything's closer. So, king c6 on the board. Actually, needs to play king d7 right now. Right? So, queen d6. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's on the board, but what he gonna do? Oh, d4. And the pawn endgame is winning. Holy moly. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a smart guy. Damn. That's actually impressive. But queen c3? Wait, queen c3, you have to go back. Otherwise, draw. Queen c5 on the one win move.
I'm wondering if he's like, if in his mind he's like, yo, did I mess this up?
Definitely, yeah. On the one wins move is Queen c5. It's very dangerous, by the way, when you have some situation like this, when it's only one way how to win. Yeah, it needs to just go back, Queen c5 and King d7. Oh no, Kitaishan King d7 on the board! Oh my god! Oh my god.
Oh my.
Oh no! Queen a5 and now it's a draw on the board.
What the
What have you
heck?
done? Oh my god!
Someone
What
said,
was that?
someone in the chat says Hans should resign because it's disrespectful, and that's so far from the truth, bro. You don't resign if the position is hard for the opponent. So, Mr.
Oh
Miller,
my god.
if you're listening to this, you do not resign if the position is hard for the opponent. Like, why
Look at
would you
his
resign if
face.
you know that you... Okay, can we see a reaction from Awonder? I
Oh
cannot
my
believe...
god. That's insane. That he was just shocked. He understand he blundered full pawn. Oh my goodness. He's just shocked. Was completely winning.
He's shaking his head again. That's crazy. If Awanda messes this game up, then it's over for the match because...
I mean that's just I have no words to say. I'm just speechless. He just blundered full pawn on a2, which was the factor why he was the winning, and now the position just a draw. Because after this d4, that's a check. I mean take, and after d3 it's just a check. Any of the checks. Oh my god. Just repeat the once. Just repeat once. It never makes worse. Just repeat once. Add some time. 30 seconds. You had a lot of time on the clock. Just do that.
Look on his reaction, though. Just look on his reaction. He's mad. He is mad.
Unbelievable. That was a perfect game. Just the perfect game.
Yeah, he played so well, though. It's like, how well do you have to play? How well do you have to play? Because he played so well this game, mess it up right in the end.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, now like only d4 needs to play, but that's drawn. Yeah, Queen a2 and d3, but after that's perpetual checks there. I mean, he can't avoid checks after d3. D3, I mean takes. I'm sorry, d3 and check, and that's just a draw because he can't escape from the checks.
Oh my lord, bro.
Oh, maybe he can escape checks.
This is crazy. This is like, I don't like when this happens to me a lot in tournaments, though, so I know the feeling, but how are you so winning? Hans is like that cockroach where you hit it and it's still dancing, you know? No matter how many times you hit it, it's still dancing. It's crazy. Now they're just playing fast. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I already said it before. It's very painful when you are not winning position like this. It's just one of the worst feelings in the world. That's so painful and very hard. Very hard.
maybe Hans will come on. There's a lot of... Wait, did the evaluation bar just... Are you moving it? I saw something.
No. Position is equal. I don't touch anything.
Oh. Hans did it again, yo. What? But no, did Hans do it or did
No, Queen
Awonder?
c3 right now. Queen c3, King e4, then King g2. That's a draw. I mean, that's the position. Oh, you mean like did Hans saved or Awonder just messed up? That's Awonder, of
Yeah,
course.
that's a great question. Did Hans save the game or did Awanda just completely messed it up? Because we were the commentators. We knew that it was winning, but from the player's perspective, with Queen end games and being able to see all of those runs, it's crazy.
No, definitely was a wonder mistake just in that position. Um, first of all, he could take on e5 instead of rook c7, which is probably would be simpler way. Let's go back. So in this moment, he could take, and after check,
Yeah.
it's like if I check in g8. Okay, this is not easier way. Okay, rook c7 is fine, but
Or maybe he needed to sacrifice
in
on
this
h2
moment,
earlier in the game.
king c8. But if you already missed the check, which he definitely missed the check, queen on c5 was perfect spot. But just move back, repeat it once. Just
Yeah, at
one
least
time,
one.
repeat. No, nothing would happen if you repeat once. And add 30 seconds, and then just move a king to d7. If check, so put the king on b now because it's no queen b2, and just bring the king. King
Oh, he
e4 on the
found King
board.
G2. You found King
Yeah,
G2.
king g2, of course, yeah. It's gonna end very soon, but unfortunately for Leon, it's gonna end as a draw, not as he win. Okay. G2 and
Check.
seems like just perpetual checks in common, right? So G2, check, king somewhere, B5, and then you just stay on this diagonal and makes checks. And easy draw.
Is Queen D1 losing?
King B4, check. You stay in just checks like this way until he will bring king to C6 and then checks this way. That's easy draw, not hard.
Oh,
Yeah. So go there, check, check. If king c7, only one thing is not checks from here, check from there. Because of queen c6, then king c6, then check from here. Queen c5, then check of there.
yes. This is chess, guys. Welcome to chess. Great game.
I mean, even I am upset of that. I can feel it. That's pain already. Like Awonder feels right now. I mean, as I said, I made it too many times as a professional player, and this is the one of the worst feels in the life on the earth. You know that's and you can't just come back. You want to just come back and force yourself, repeat it once, but you can't do anything of that. So that's why I'm happy when people win in positions because
Yeah.
you had great game. Like just finish it. That
So many. I don't know. This match could do something to Awanda because he was winning and then he drew. He was drawing and then he lose. And if he's losing, he loses. It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's winning. He didn't win. Then he, like you said, right? That's he didn't make a draw in that position. He lost and now completely win. That was a perfect game. He just outplayed Hans. Let's be honest. That's whoa. What the
Whoa.
hell is this move?
That's what I asked.
Wait,
Is there just
what?
Queen D3? Did Hans
No, that's Queen
walked
M4
the
wins
game
now.
or choked the game?
Wait, what the hell? What's going on in this game? Someone say, tell me, please. What's going on? Why not just simple check and easy draw? Wait, okay. Now I wonder probably. Oh no.
Queen
Wait, Queen
D3,
D3 is also.
right?
Wait, is it winning? But how is winning?
What's the
It's
plan
a
though?
draw. Wait, that's draw. King f2.
What's the plan?
Wait, what the hell? Why not just play queen f4?
Oh, cut the king, right?
There's no checks. Okay, so Hans gave a chance, but Awonder threw it again. h4 actually lost, but g5 make it draw. Okay, now it's harder to make a draw, but okay,
I
again,
I don't believe it's drawn.
no, this must be a draw. What the hell is going on in this game?
They're tired, man. They're tired.
They tired, I know. Come
Too
on.
many
I'm just
back-to-back.
making that like more interesting for chat. G5 he will find, of course. G5 it's best move and
Yeah, because we
stop
need to get the
engagement.
queen active. Imagine Hans win this. It's impossible though, but
No. Come on. I mean, draw is of course, but no, king d5, queen e2, I will not take. That's the point. King d4, nobody will take it. King e5, queen e1. King e4, king f5. Oh man, this is hard. It's not easy anymore.
if only we can get the king just a bit closer. It's a very hard position to play. It's so hard.
Yeah, queen a1, only one move is makes draw, and he will play this, of course. If queen d4, then just this one is a draw. King e6, then check. Okay, this is actually very possible to lose right now. Hans makes this test to himself very difficult. Check happened.
Okay, there's no queen moves, and then the king moves are weird.
King e4. Wait, but now it's queen e8, no? Okay.
Queen endgames are very hard, by the way, guys. Very hard. One slip up and it's drawn. But another slip up and then your queen has no checks and you lose.
No, that's still a draw. Queen a4, yeah, and then king f5, queen a5. Actually, queen f5. Queen g4 also draw. Then queen d1.
Ooh. Oh, we're in the table base. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so Awonder could win if he would found the queen f4, just cut off the king, which is much more sense. I see it just. And this is winning was position. I don't know why he didn't take time. He could just take a time, play queen f4. Queen f4 is so logical, just cut off the king. Damn it.
It's crazy. Like but the thing is,
he was
managed this.
upset.
Uh-huh. What did you say?
He was upset already because he's
Oh yeah,
pawn.
yeah.
He couldn't believe this Hans paid back.
It's crazy you said that because he managed this time so well this game, but he still played too fast. It's crazy. He managed this time so well, but then just one move where he needed to think about it.
You know, I thought it couldn't be worse because he blundered winning position, but now it's worse because he got winning position again and he messed it up again. I'm sorry. But this is like two times in the game he was.
Yeah,
it's completely winning. Oh my god, that full tilt gonna be. I'm sorry. Yeah, that. I'm not like it's not funny, but that's actually very painful and Yeah, king f5, queen a5. Do we have something here? Not really, actually. Queen b6. Okay, actually, this is one of these positions when
2 pawns is a lot.
like queen f. Oh, check. Trying to figure it out how actually hard this, but this is not hard. King f5 on the board. Now 2 checks. Makes draw. Queen a5, queen g4. Both of them makes a draw. Yeah, queen a5. But here only one move. There's this one. And again, only one move is queen c5.
It's still not easy. Still not easy. Queen
Still
endgames are hard.
not, yeah, I agree. Still not easy. Queen d1. But I didn't see how to get a progress, you know? Yeah, that's what happened actually. Oh. Oh. King g6 he played, not king e5. Ha! D1
Whoa.
knight only winning.
Oh, whoa.
Could be funny.
And then it's
Okay,
gonna
he
be
played it.
okay.
Yeah, now that's of course a draw once again.
Too many checks.
Yeah, it's easy draw. Queen e7. Queen e5, queen e7, all of these moves, even queen g8, all of them, it's just a draw. So
Yeah.
hard to make a mistake. Queen e5, yeah.
Imagine queen g8, king h4 though.
Every check, draw.
In Blitz.
So just every move, draw. So it's very hard to lose that way because it's just no wrong move on the board, so you just don't have it. Yeah, he's gonna take on h3, but wait, is it possible somehow to escape that from checks? Any chance, actually?
We would still need hands to mess up. That's the thing. Like there's creative moves to try to put the position right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If somehow king can brinz there, or there's gonna be just full repetition. Yeah, just repetition. That's just close. It's like a box, and he will never escape. Yeah, so he can't escape there. King e4. Wait, this way maybe. Still, check, king d1. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else. Still a draw. Yeah. Damn.
Once it's not a position where it's forced, perfect draw. But
2 checks, both draws.
on the
6, 4 on the board, and only one check. Of course, it's draw. It's queen g7. course, now it's a king f4, I guess. Queen f6 makes sense. Two checks, two draws, so both of them draw. Yeah, when Awonder will just analyze this game, we'll check it, and he will see how was completely winning twice.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while analyzing this game. This game is a very long game as well. So many moves.
Yeah, Queen f6 best move. Still a draw. King e4. Queen e6. King's there. Queen d6. King c4. Queen a6. King c3. Queen a3. I mean, hard to mess that up here with white because simple moves. So you just go in there, and here just checking. King goes to e3 or g3, and that's it. So not hard task. I'm not understand what exactly you're gonna learn from this game, because the blunder which he made. I mean, now they're in chat. Like, I mean, he's probably gonna be pissed off, but he is gonna learn from this game. What exactly he's gonna learn?
Because I think he did everything right.
Yeah, he did everything right until he just blundered in one move. So, not playing fast. I mean,
I think he managed
2700 player knows that, but sometimes you can't explain why exactly you just played it fast. Yeah, he played so good. He just played so good this game.
What is he thinking about now?
So the moment when he actually might be very pissed off and to learn that's Queen d3 move. Because Queen f4 just cut it off king. So maybe Queen's endgames you need to just learn a little bit more. But like for me, it's make a lot of sense to play Queen f4. But again, don't forget, if he had that situation like without blundering 5 moves ago, or how many moves would happen that he lost the pawn, that's going to be different position, different situation, because he was already in anger. He was tilted so much because he blundered that. I mean, that's how I see that situation.
What is Awonder thinking about here?
He is calculating Queen f5, calculating King g4. King g4 just repetition. So I think he's thinking about King e4 or Queen f5, but both of them draw, and I think I want a tea, so just drinking tea a little bit. I am in Europe, not in Sharm. Still Europe. Even for me, this still so painful. I don't know. I am so. I just hate it when people not winning positions. That's so upsetting. Like, it's probably because I feel it all the time.
I feel it all the time, even in tournaments. Like, I feel it online a lot, but in tournaments I feel it, and it's even more painful.
Yeah. And Grand Guy didn't win like 3 complete winning positions against strong grandmasters. Do you also hate it if people don't win their one position against you? I mean, yeah. Of course, I'm happy that I won the game, but I understand that pain. So, of course.
Sometimes you're gonna be on the good side of things, you know? You're not always gonna be on the bad side of things. I have drawn games that I should have just lost.
Queen f5 is not winning because queen d4. That's why. Check. King g6. Check. Queen e7. Only one move, which is winning right here. Makes sense. Full of sense for me. Queen f4, queen f6, queen f5. That's what's gonna happen, I guess. Yeah, unbelievable. I already thought like, no way Leon will just mess it up, but then he played rook ac2 instead of rook f2 and d4. That was like first, but still he found the rook c1, and once again seems like no way he will mess it up. Then he didn't play g6, and then again, right? So
He found a way. We thought there
he
was no
found a
way.
way how not to win. Yeah, that's how
He found
also
a way.
like hard to do, but I mean, probably just not his day. I mean, sometimes you can explain why you took that decision otherwise. I perfectly know that. I mean, met that too many times. Um, I think he will be much stronger in 1-2 years. I see how he is. He's not in his peak now. He's a very, very good player. Very strong
Yeah, he's
one.
super strong. Hands are just making the moves. I think he understands the draw now.
Of course, that's queen e7. It's not hard draw. Even easier than that was that checks. But I thought that that was quite easy with just checks with queen f7. But the problem was that king was kind of far away, so it was not in square. But now king on the square, and the problem for black is king actually on the square. Both squares will be. So if trade the queens, not right now. Right now it's not a draw just because king will just cut it off. But for example, if play h5, then gonna be a draw because king in both squares.
Yeah.
So that's just the worst pawn. It's a D, right? Because push h pawn will not win. So only one white is winning because of king will cut off. So other king. That's why. But trades in different squares. Hansa thinking he just forgets queen f6 he played. Okay, queen f5. Black will try queen f5, of course.
Yeah. Both players are probably tired, so we could still expect to see something very drastic.
They play in like 3 hours, so I don't think they physically tired. Just not that long game, like 3 hours and less even than 3:30. But it was a very unstable game. Like Hans' whole game just losing position since move, I don't know, 14 or 15. And he
Not
just
sure where
defended this
he
position like
learns.
long time. That was perfect defense. No, that was perfect attack for Liang until the one moment. After that, he just messed that up everything. Okay, he was starting losing B and moved number 25. Yeah, that was long theoretical line, then D4.
Yeah, D4 wasn't it at all.
Queen F6, that's a current position right now. Or maybe, you know what can be worse is Leon forget about time and get flagged.
That would be crazy. I've seen a position like this a few times though. Sure hasn't been repeated 3 times. But the flag would be
so dark.
crazy. Would be crazy.
What a confident
Yes.
boost for Hans. Yeah, actually, that's true. Because if you remember, you lost with white, and then you have to defend with black. It could just turn around everything. But now, you have saved that, and again, that's for Awonder who needs to play next game white. He was so upset.
Awanda has 10 seconds on the clock, guys. If he loses this on time, I'm leaving.
Huh.
Oh, he played.
Yeah.
Only 2 moves to maintain the draw.
I mean, that's not hard move. So Queen D4. It's not hard move. It's be hard move, then yeah, but it's easy. Yeah, Queen D4 and King G5 and King E3 or King G3, both draw.
It's crazy. My natural reaction is to go King E2. That's lost.
No, that's just under double attack. So
wow. Well, King G3 then, so that way we can try to cut off the king.
King E3, it's just a draw.
Or just attack
King
the pawn.
G3, it's draw. So both moves draw. Yeah, lucky Hans in this game. But it's that's very painful for
King G3, Queen C2.
Yeah, Queen
Nice.
C2, he's gonna try to bring the king, but once again, as I showed to you, that's so King H6, now it's a check. And kind of like in cube, so you can leave checks.
This happens in Queen endgames.
So that's it. So it's cube.
Yeah, just have to be careful not to.
H pawn is simple draw. Yeah, Benjamin's raid. Welcome. Yeah, that's happened. Yeah, that's draw and gonna be soon handshake and that's it. Hans gave a perfect chance actually to win again to Liang, which Queen F4 was just winning the game, and he actually played Queen D3 too fast. Just so fast he played that move.
Yeah, it looked very logical though, because the king couldn't come in, the queen seemed trapped on the back rank. Maybe the whole idea of G4, G5 he didn't see.
Oh, of course he missed some sort of idea of there. Otherwise he would never play that. Still, that's insane actually. Yeah, Queen E3. And I think Liang now understand that they're gonna be repetition and agreement for a draw. Yeah, draw, handshakes. I can say only congratulations, Hans, who saved this game, because that was incredibly messed up through it, and
yeah, it's
so sorry for Liang, who just was completely winning, and then even second time he was winning, and I don't know, I feel so bad for Liang.
The feeling that Hans, I'm sure this gives Hans like some super confidence here. We have handshakes, guys. It's crazy though. There is no way how this game should have been ended in a draw. Like,
yes,
at one point it was -7. It was -7 at one point, and it still ended in a draw. It's crazy work.
Unbelievable. It's very hard to believe actually Liang didn't win that game. He had a lot of time on the clock and was completely winning position, but found a way, probably one way, not to win that game. I think he will come back after the match. Doesn't matter how this match will over. He already not won like 2 completely winning positions. But that's a sport. That's a chess, and I don't know what else to say. I feel it even inside of me. Like, damn it, that's pain.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
and I've
crazy.
not
I'm
even
sure.
played the game. But by
I'm
the
sure.
way, the score not changed. I mean, less games, but Hunt's still leading +1. They finished 6 games in draw, and one of them Hunt's won. Awonder too close all the time, but then in the last moment, he just missing some opportunities and not won even a game. The next game gonna start actually very soon, right? It's like in half hour or
Yeah, that's crazy. They're gonna have to maybe no prep. They just need to sit and meditate. Just sit and close their eyes. It's crazy.
okay. Games as now they said the game gonna start in 15 minutes later. Oh, that's 2:45. For some reason, I thought the game started too. So we wish luck both of them. That was incredible game. Very good, by the way.
It was a very good game.
Leon,
Great game.
very interesting, very sharp. Um, we are saying bye to you guys, chat, everyone, for today, and see you tomorrow. But the next game will start in 1 hour and 15 minutes when Grandmaster Kaydo, Truth, and Tommy will just cover that for you. Bye
I'll
bye.
see you guys in the next game. This is Akeem signing out. Peace.